African field is a very good opening for those of you who are striving to get a double edge.
In this video we're going to look at the latest developments in the 6 bishop g5 knight draw.
I'm gonna start with sort of my first official Stonewall game.
The idea is not to fight against any opponent move, prevent everything, defend and so on. No, it's just to move.
Okay, so let's send a challenge.
Here is challenging. Nice graphics, easy to see. What are you thinking about? You're looking how it can be the most painful?
Exactly. Okay, fine.
That I give up a phone. He wants to be even rude.
B3, A5. What do you think about this opening? Honestly, what do you think?
You don't have to play knight c3. We can actually put a piece on d2, which is better because then we avoid the potential doubling of our c pawns.
What you have to understand about practical endgames as a whole is that just like in the middle game or the opening, you cannot rely solely on these general considerations.
This is John. John loves to study chess. This is David. David loves to study chess as well, but efficiently. John spends more time setting up the board and figuring out what's on the page of his book than he gets to study. David likes to take it easy and use his time wisely. David has finished his exercise for today. John should try the same.
It's time to take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Magnus Carlsen introduces Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Move Trainer uses the science of spaced repetition to identify your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. There's no need to set up a board, remember which page you're on, or keep track of all the moves you miss. Move Trainer empowers you to go from the opening to the end game with confidence. It's a seamless, effective, and fun way to study chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses, including over 100 free courses. Get expert insights from International Master John Bartholomew, Grandmaster Sam Shankland, International Master Christoph Sulecki, Grandmaster Simon Williams, World Champion Magnus Carlsen, and hundreds of other instructors. Get started now and join our growing community of over 100,000 chess enthusiasts at chessable.com. Chessable, take control of your journey towards chess mastery.
Welcome everybody!
My name is Jan Pomnishi, former world chess champion.
Are starting a new course here for Chessable.
A very special Chessable course.
Master your chess with Judith Polgar.
You know what? I learned a lot.
Seriously? Checkmate! Aim Chess is an intelligent system that analyzes your game, prevents mistakes, and develops recommendations for improving your skill. Phew!
Welcome to the new Chess24 playing experience. Play in light mode or dark mode. Choose from a range of time controls or create a custom game and get paired with players from around the world fast. Enjoy a polished playing experience while making moves on a fresh, responsive board to claim your victories. Train and improve with over 80,000 puzzles. And that's not all. Download now and discover what more you can enjoy in our brand new app.
Hi there, it's me, John Chess, inventor of chess. And are you sick of sucking at chess? Well, lucky for you, I have also invented Aim Chess. Look at this chess puzzle. Did you solve it? Of course not, that's because you're not using Aim Chess. Aim Chess is a digital chess trainer that helps you improve by creating unique lessons based on your recent games. Just link your chess.com, Chess, or Chess24 account and feel that brain wrinkle. Yeah, see, you shouldn't have blundered your queen just there. Now I know! Thanks, Aim Chess! Now all that's left to figure out is how that funny horse moves. They even got acquired by that one chess player other than Hikaru, so you know it's good. Hi, it's me, that guy I just mentioned, and I am the best chess man in the world. But thanks to Aim Chess, I also have a girlfriend now as well. This could be you! Personalized training, game reports and analysis disease, study plans, thick, luscious hair, intuition builder, all this and more available on Aim Chess.
Hello?
Courtney, did you know that Aim Chess users improve their ratings 43% faster than average?
What?
So what are you waiting for? Join Aim Chess today. Links will be somewhere, probably. I don't know, I just made the video. Aim Chess. Sign up now and get 50k silver and 2 free months off your VPN. Now that's what I call a Queen's Gambit. That's so fucking dumb. Aim Chess, for when you aim to chess. That's their slogan. It's what they say. Ready, aim, chess. That's another. Look, just sign up for Aim Chess, okay? Just, come on, literally, why not? Alright, just stop being a dick for like 5 seconds and just go, alright? Jesus Christ.
Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses.
Hello everyone and welcome to this short introduction to the Roy Lopez. So the Roy Lopez is a chess opening that appears after the move e4, black replies e5, we play knight f3, black replies knight c6, and now bishop to b5. This is the Roy Lopez. We intend to castle next and we are building some initiative in the center later on by playing the move c3 and hopefully d4. It's a very solid and reliable opening. It has been played by basically all the world champions throughout the history of chess. It has been around for hundreds of years. And it can definitely last you a lifetime once you learn it. So I really recommend you all to try out the Roy Lopez.
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things. isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.
Hello everybody and welcome to Chess 24 and welcome to this very special tournament, the FTX Road to Miami. It is day 4 of the preliminaries. Today will be the deciding day as to who qualifies for the knockout portion of this tournament. The top 8 players of a 16-player field will qualify to then fight it out in this very important knockout stage, and the top 2 players of the tournament will book their tickets to Miami for the FTX Crypto Cup, taking place in just over a month's time. In Miami, the city of beach and lots of salsa music, I can tell you from experience. But we've got a very, very tense day first, and there are a number of players which are in a position to get that top 8 spot. It seems as though some of the young guns have already booked their place, namely Samuel Sevian having an amazing tournament, just really consistent, playing beautiful chess, leading the pack after 3 days, as is Arjun Irigashi. They've both been very, very impressive, as has Duda. Those 3 especially have been really, really informed. Rapport and Zhong are probably there, although they've still got some work to do. But really, I'm looking at the pack of Mamedyarov, Aronian, Giri, Wei Yi, Neiman, Dominguez, Zhu Wenjun, possibly. I think anything after Zhu Wenjun, Tari, Wojciech, and Shanklin, very, very unlikely. But with 3 points for a win, anything is possible. You never, ever know. If you get 3 wins, 19 points, is it going to be enough? Well, for Sam, it would be 19 points. But let's say Hans gets 23 points. Is it enough? Possibly. Mathematically, it's still possible. And talking about maths, one of the greatest players of all time, that is a scientific fact. Former World Championship challenger, one of the best, the most sage in the game, the most wise, somebody with one of the deepest chess understandings that you'll ever meet. The one and only Grandmaster Peter Leko. Peter, lovely to be here again with you for day 4.
Yeah, hello, Lorenz. Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for all your words. Well, it's a very, very special day 4. Yeah, it's as you said, lot of excitement. I think today we should be focusing exactly on those clashes which basically mean so much for the qualification spots. And for the very first round today, I selected the main game Levon Aronian against Wei Yi, a super important game for both players.
Yeah.
And you were speculating about this, yeah, that is 23 points enough? Knowing from some some experience from previous events, it might easily be, yeah, because there will be so much ups and downs and so many craziness. I don't think that anyone who is not yet completely up there is not safe at all.
23 points, very interesting figure. And you've called that game, Aronian against Wei Yi, as a critical game. And it is because Levon Aronian also has not been firing really to the level we expect from Levon. He's on 17 points. So he's right, in that critical area, as is Wei Yi on 15. So a victory either way here is going to be massive for one of these players. I'm curious how the top guys will play today, because Sevian is in, Irigashi is in. So will they take it easy? Will they just be looking to play sensible chess, or do you think they can get a bit more optimistic and ambitious and think, well, I've qualified already. I've got $750 per game win bonus. Why don't I fight for that? What do you think, Peter? Do they tend to get ambitious in this spot?
Well, I don't think that necessarily they will have money in their minds. They are definitely just enjoying that they are doing so well. Yeah, they kind of have everything under control. So without any pressure, they can play. And that might be the absolutely right mindset that is needed in this situation. For example, Giri against Erigaishi. I mean, Giri has a lot to lose. Yeah, he has to kind of score points. We have seen yesterday he played quite well, but all games ended in a draw. And with the scoring system, he only gained 4 points. Yeah, it's a disaster. So he needs to win. And on the other hand, this also gives then Arjun good chance to counter it. The same applies for this Levon Aronian Veyi game. Yeah, because Veyi is one of the direct dangers to Levon. But if Levon just tries to make a draw to block Veyi, then maybe other people will use the 3-point scoring system to jump ahead. So no, there you can't really have any strategy. You have to give your all. And nobody can feel safe here who is not on the top 3 positions.
Absolutely, totally agree. You can't really just put your feet up if you're in a critical position in the table. You have to go for it with 3 points for a win, and that's the beauty of this scoring system. If this were the standard chess scoring system, half for a draw and a win 1 point, your strategy could be completely different. But with 3 points for a win, totally different. And here is a breakdown of the format. 9 events. This is the 5th of 9 events. And this is a special tournament, as I said in the introduction, because the top 2 will actually get a ticket to the FTX Crypto Cup, one of the majors of this tour, in a month's time. They are rapid games, of course. Top 8 qualify for the knockout stage. You can see the prize fund there, 25,000 for first, 15,000 for the runner-up. And if you get to the semis, 6,000. And then, of course, $750 per win. It does add up. If you win, 12 times, that's nearly whatever, $20,000 or whatever it is. My maths is very bad. Sorry, $10,000 it should be, right? So very, very exciting format. The format has been working very, very well. I want to make sure everybody knows as well, with 2 minutes to go, that you probably hear this name, FTX. What is FTX? Chess24 put out a lovely tweet earlier, also about one of the key features that's going to be running in this tournament, which is called the key, or one of the key components of what is going to happen in a short while in conjunction with this particular tournament. So firstly, make sure you get an account with FTX. If you're based in the US, go to ftx.us, and if you're elsewhere, go to ftx.com. It's free. It's a cryptocurrency exchange, but you can get a wallet for free. You can get an account for free, and then you're set up in order to receive the key, which is going to be explained in due course what it allows. And in fact, if you go to the Twitter and the chess24.com Twitter, they put a lovely little post out there on their Twitter page explaining this in greater depth. Perhaps we can get a hyperlink or some kind of screenshot explaining that. For the moment, though, here are all the players getting ready in their typical kind of, rituals. Will point out, you probably see Shankland and Rajabov's cameras both off. Timur Rajabov withdrew at the beginning of day 2, was it? Day 2, yes. Or end of day 2. Beginning of day 3. Can't remember now. He's withdrawn from the tournament. And what that means is that everybody that plays Timur gets an automatic 3 points, and anybody that actually already played Timur gets an automatic 3 points. Those are the rules. Unfortunately, Timur not feeling well enough to play. Very unfortunate for him. We wish him all the best, of course. But 3 points in the bag for everybody that played Rajabov. Peter, it's about time. Are you ready?
I'm ready, and the players are ready. And I was wondering, will Levon continue playing his third move, Bishop C4, the pet line? And he does. And I'm very curious to see, because by now people should start to take it very, very seriously. And ladies and gentlemen, please take a look how Veyi will handle this, because I think this is such an important game. He has to come fully armed.
Absolutely. And, Levon really has been the pioneer of this system globally at top level. He's played it in rapid. He's played it in serious classical chess as well. I mean, he believes in this system. There's nothing objectively wrong with this system. It's a system that says, I want to play a game of chess. I'm not interested in tricking you, in beating you, in finding some cool idea. I want to get a middle game, a structure that I'm familiar with, and beat you in the way I know how. And of course, Levon Aronian is exactly the sort of guy who should be doing that, because Levon is arguably, if we're talking about pure innate talent, probably up there, in my opinion, Levon, top 10 of all time, even though he might not be the, greatest player of all time or whatnot, from a purely talent aspect. When I think of the pure geniuses in chess, Peter, I think Levon Aronian, I think Vasily Ivanchuk, I think Peter Leko. True story. The creative geniuses, he is very much on that list. So why not just try and outplay your opponent because you're a creative genius, and get somebody like Wei Yi booked up, likes his principled structures and his activity and everything. Be interesting. I don't know if you agree with me there about the creative genius part, but I find Levon to be absolutely on that list of greatest geniuses of all time.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, he's extremely interesting player. He has this very, very nice feeling, for initiative, for finesses. I mean, all these kind of things that you really need to have to become an incredible player. Basically, okay, Levon has been, my biggest enemy. I mean, he has blocked me in so many events, has beaten me when it hurted the most. So one would argue that I should hate him, as much as I could. But no, I mean, he is such an incredible player and such a guy that I can't have any bad feelings towards him, despite all this, what he has done to my career. And it's always a pleasure to see his games, full of life, full of creativity, a lot of opening ideas as well, because sometimes very direct ideas, sometimes very strategical. I'm a huge fan.
Talking of opening ideas, I'm just looking out the corner of my eye here, Peter. Jan Krzysztof Duda pretty much decided his place in the knockout phase, and look what we have here. Gary the G-pawn making an appearance on G5. Was it a mouse slip? Did he want to go G6?
No, I don't think so. But actually, okay, there is a little twist there, because the main theoretical move is actually G6 here, So if it would not be G6, the main theoretical move, I would be saying that no, it was intentional. Definitely, it was intentional. I do believe it's intentional. It's also Duda style. He's also very creative. I mean, he likes to get players out of book, out of their comfort zone, and knowing how nicely Tari plays when he feels happy with his structure. He has the confidence and so on. It might be a practical choice. It may be something that Duda really looked forward to trying it today.
Well, I've never seen it, and I've played Bishop B5 check all my life. I mean, I've seen G5 in lots of different lines, but in this exact position, I've never seen it. Is this in your file, Peter?
No, definitely not.
This is not in your file. Okay.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you that in the knight d7 line, there was this G5 that Topalov showed Magnus, I think, in 2015 or something. I think that G5, I had it in my file, but this one not. No, definitely not.
But it makes sense, right? Because after knight takes G5, you go rook G8. You hit the knight. If the knight is protected with D3, let's say, which is typical just to protect it, black plays H6, and then you take on G2, and it looks like a very healthy transformation for black to get this rook on G2.
Honestly, if I would not see that the evaluation bar says that white is better, so it's a strange move, then I would be saying, wow, I love it, and it's very interesting. Why not to play like this? And in practical game, I ended with the surprise value. I even believe that we should just forget about what engine says, because I see ways of Black getting the initiative, and look at this. White plays d3. I mean, if white has to play or white plays d3, then I would go g5 any day. I mean, g5, g4, kicking this knight away, getting access to the d4 square, yeah, later for the knight. Wow.
Of course.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it for black.
I mean, of course. I mean, knight g1. I mean, Iron Tarry, negative Nelly. What is he doing? This is not how you play chess. This is not how you play chess when you need to win. This is too negative. You give Duda all this initiative, h5. Now knight g2, he goes knight c6, and then he goes h4, and you don't even know where you're going to put your king now. And no. Iron. I don't like it. I don't like it, buddy. I just don't. Maybe it's okay objectively, but I don't like the energy. You understand? So Duda, well, could easily win this game, of course. Let's go to another game.
I fully agree with you. Yeah, that somehow this is when they shock you with this g5. This is exactly what black is hoping for. Yeah, that your opponent immediately gets defensive. Yeah, because oh my god, yeah, what is this? And Tari is trying to play very natural. Yeah, because the knight on e2 is of course a lovely piece. But as you mentioned, yeah, where is this white's king going? Because black will have these h4, h3 ideas if you castle short. Of course, for the moment, maybe h4 is not a big issue when the rook is on h1. And okay, Tari goes bishop g5. He probably wants to get queen d2. But with this structure, I also don't feel like going long castle. It's safe.
Right, exactly. That's exactly it. Very, very tricky position.
Yeah, so bishop g7, yeah.
Bishop g5.
Yeah, bishop g7, and okay, this case, any knight g3 can be met by e6, and then we are kicking this knight away. Yeah, okay, it's bishop g7, queen d2 on the board, but it just feels and looks very nice for black. Even some ideas like knight h7, bringing the knight to f8 and then to g6 or e6 looks very, very tempting.
Like it. I like it a lot. Let's go to another game. A game that I'm very interested in is by the leader, Samuel Sevian, playing Lenier Dominguez. Now, Lenier needs literally 3 wins if he's going to have even the smallest hope. And he's playing a line where he's trying. But Lenier is not a maverick play. He's not a Rapport. He's not a Jabava. He's not a Morozovich. He's a classical, principled player. So I think it's difficult for Lenier to step out and try and play something crazy, especially with black. His repertoire doesn't really allow for that. But at least here he's finding a way. And he's managed to get in f5, open the f file and say, okay, we'll see what happens. And his position looks all right. Bishop takes f5, d5, knight e5, and then white has to be very careful that after knight takes e5, bishop f2 doesn't work, and then some bishop g4 discovered check.
Yes, I would be very worried of opening up this diagonal, because this sleeping bishop on b6 is very, very dangerous. On the other hand, you have already breaked the center with f5. Maybe in order to have a better understanding, let's just very quickly see where did this come from. So, of course, it's the classical Italian, very, very fashionable line now with a5, rook e1 castles, h3, h6, bishop b5. There are so many move orders. You can get lost with all these finesses. But basically here what we are seeing is a very aggressive way from Lenier. He goes bishop e6, knight e7, and after knight g3, he goes knight d7. So not the typical placing the knight on g6 and then have this symmetrical position. He needs to try to create some mess. So he opts for knight d7, and after d4, f5, e5, knight f5, we get this double-edged position, takes. So that's the current situation.
Yeah, very, very double-edged. All right. Well, a lot can happen here. Sevian, he's going to have to be careful for sure. But chances for both sides.
Yeah, I would like to jump to one game, back to Levon's game, because I want to highlight something. If you look at this structure, can you ever explain to anyone that it was not the Chigodin's Rui Lopez?
Exactly.
I mean, this is modern
It's
chess.
incredible.
This happened from anti knight or bishop c4. I mean, who would believe it? Yeah.
Unbelievable, really, isn't it? To think about it. Yeah.
So this was the moment. This was the moment. Sorry that we left, and this is just to see how we got here. I mean, a5, knight g3, a4, bishop c2, queen e5.
Yeah, e5.
h3. Yeah, making sure that you cover the g4 square. Yeah, white can't play d4 yet because then cd, bishop g4 would be very, very annoying. So white plays h3, queen c7, and now we get this Chigorin structure: takes, and where he takes ed4. So here we go. Bishop f4.
Yeah,
bishop
you can't
e6.
take. Yeah, you can't take back because c2 is hanging at the end. Should be pointed out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of those little details compared to the Chigorin. Yeah, that now the bishop was hanging, and knight f5. We are okay. I mean, I'm loving it because we get a lot of intrigue. Yeah, we see anything can happen in these big games.
Okay, so knight f5. Well, I mean, it's unclear, basically. That's how I view it. I mean, maybe black is okay, maybe white is... I mean, I would take white personally because my plan is very simple. I play rook c1 on the next, and then I'm already ready to go bishop e1 or knight takes d4 or whatever it may be. So my next move is pre-programmed. And unless you've got a good response here as black, then I would take white. But of course, there's probably something here. It's probably something.
Yeah, some move per move ideas, maybe. Yeah. Of course, one of the things that comes to mind, combining some h3 with then some knight d5, knight c3 jump. Yeah, because knight d5 will hit the bishop. Yeah, we get some tempo. And after h3, you also have to react, and then maybe I can get knight to c3. I can maybe take rook a3, then knight b4 jumps, get possible. However, one should always keep an eye that if you push a4, a3, you weaken the b3 square, and eventually white's bishop might reach this wonderful and very dangerous diagonal with bishop b3. So watch out for any kind of a3 moves.
Okay.
Very, very double-edged.
Talking about double edge, one of my favorite players are bang on about it. Yeah, I hope he doesn't watch these streams because he'll get it. He's already got a little bit of a big head. But Hans Niemann, I mean, I love the bloke. You know, young guy, confident. But let me tell you something. These positions here, somebody's played the King's Indian very badly all his life. I just played a King's Indian in the last tournament I played in Corsica. It was a tragedy the way I play this opening. Absolutely woeful. This position here is not good for black. This is a calamity. Hans Niemann had a very, very bad day yesterday. He's on 14 points. He desperately needs a bunch of wins. This is not the way to go about it. His position stinks. And h4 is weak. You can't kick this knight away from b5, which is really annoying. c7 is always hanging. You have to watch out for ideas of e5, d5, and then your bishops come alive. I can promise you this position is bad for black. Unless, Peter, you say it's good for black, in which case I will believe you.
No,
I won't. I will
looks...
say you're a fugazi. You're fake. Tell me, Peter. Agree with
exactly. I mean, I fully agree with everything what you said. The only idea that black has is maybe to try to break with g5 and try to provoke white of taking on g5, which would give at least the e5 square. Maybe it's anyway good for white. But of course, against moves like g5 on the board, the most thematic reaction is even maybe just to go e5 and then take on g5. But maybe also even it's not a disaster. You just take on g5 and then the knight is threatening to be rerouted to f5 as well. It's just total desperado from black side. And if I believe in order to understand what Hans is doing, one really needs to listen to his interview from yesterday. It was incredible. It was shocking. It was shocking.
What did he say? I missed it. I didn't hear it.
Then okay. After the broadcast finishes, you have to hear it for the.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm just loving it because you suddenly, you know, a guy opens up and he talks about his demons, what it means losing all these games, And you know what it does to a player, what chess can do to a player. I mean, he was in really in a terrible mood, you know, and basically, if you haven't heard it, you can't even imagine, you know. And I don't want, if I just tell you a couple of sentences that he said, you will tell Peter, no, you are exaggerating. No, not at all. You have to read for yourself. But the point is that he mentioned one thing, that he doesn't want to blame it on the Bundesliga, but I will, you know, because I'm a commentator, I'm an outsider. I would like to mention something, because people are talking that yes, some of the players played some Bundesliga. It's not some Bundesliga. It's one of the most brutal events that is possible. It's 5 days of classical chess, playing for your team, where you know everything matters. And it's played on 4 days. So there is one double round included. Hans Niemann played for Kiel, for an ambitious team on the first board. He had incredible big games, including against Caruana, also against Vincent Keimer. Very, very long games, brutal games, double rounds. He fought there for 5 days without sleep, without anything, giving it all. And on the very same day, when he had 10 o'clock in the morning a game, which also lasted more than 100 moves, then already in the afternoon, the event started, you know. Under these circumstances, if you are not going to feel the fatigue, it's you don't going to feel the exhaustion, then you are not a human being. So I kind of understand Hans, and I feel for him.
There you go. I feel you. But he's a young guy. He will bounce back. He's had a phenomenal time recently, and the position is still unclear enough for it not to be over. I mean, it might be good for White, but it's not winning for White just yet. From a purely sort of, you know, you can just win playing anything. You still have to be precise. So let's see. Very interesting character, though, Hans Niemann.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm really rooting for Hans to find his balance back, because yeah, it's he also mentioned that you know, you just can't let it go. Yeah, you need to play some good games. Once you get the feeling that okay, I'm playing fine, my brain is working, then you get all the confidence back. But you can't talk to any psychologist, or you know, it doesn't work like this. Only good moves can help you.
Only good moves can help you. Talking of good moves, has anybody played any this round yet? What about your countryman, Mr. Rapport? He plays some good moves.
Yeah, let's take a look. It's clash of styles, yeah, against classic guy Radek. Richie against, and I feel like things are going in Richie's direction. I mean, look at this bishop on a2, look at this bishop on g3, another little bit artificial knight on h3, but it's perfectly justified because he was in time to go f4. I mean, White should be clearly better here. Bishop e6 played, yeah, fighting against this bishop. Now the big question, do you retreat it? Yeah, you retreat it, exactly. That's the way you have to keep it. Might look like, what are you doing? The bishop on e6 is an active piece and you are just hiding your bishop, but believe me, it's very important also not to let Black's knight get active. Yeah, the knight on c7 is quite out of the game. The bishop can come to c2. I mean, everything is very well placed. White has a comfortable edge. Yeah.
Absolutely, you take White all day here. And talking about comfortable edge, I'm just looking the top left of your screen, Peter. Jeffrey Jean playing White against Mamedyarov, but doesn't look like a comfortable edge there for White. In fact, I would say, is this not a comfortable edge for Black? A2 hanging, D5 potentially hanging after bishop e4, G2 in danger. Isn't Mamedyarov in a wonderful spot here?
He is. I absolutely agreed. Yeah, everything, you know, all the pieces of Black smiles on us, yeah, because everything is perfect. The structure is wonderful. One could argue that if the pawn would be on h6, everything would be just perfect. But of course, Black is in no rush, so he can play this move h6 any moment. He's also setting bishop e4 to win the pawn. Well, I'm even a little bit surprised that the engine bar does not show bigger advantage for Black, because to my eyes, it also looks like very, very unpleasant.
Super unpleasant. And already Mamedyarov 6 minutes up on the clock looks really nasty, actually, for Zhong to defend this position. Don't
Yeah,
like
how
it.
yeah, how do you bail out? That's a big question, yeah.
Doesn't look obvious at all to me how you bail out here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, at one point White will definitely then trade queens with queen g3, but still pawn on a2 is hanging, and then we get this fg3 structure. It's also ugly. Yeah, look, fd1 played. White tries to keep his d pawn, yeah, because at least after bishop e4, for example, I don't know, queen g4 or probably queen g4. Yeah, it's more natural to trade here. And at least if black takes, I mean, okay, probably takes on g4 first and takes the pawn, then suddenly White can try some counterplay with his d pawn. That might not be too bad.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I think he's hoping for. Let's check back in with Tari against Duda. Did Aryan manage to get some kind of playable position here?
Yeah, well, I mean, at least his king is totally safe. That's already good news. And by the way, Black's king got stuck on e8. D takes c5. So will Tari try to go for this bishop takes c5, trying to use the pin, but it will allow knight e5. I mean, d takes c5 move, unless it works move pair move, I would never make it. I mean,
probably just thinking it does work move by move here.
But okay, let's take a look. So, okay, we take bc5, and then what next?
Good question.
Yeah, just to show.
Okay, so he doesn't want to take on c5, I assume. Some knight e5, exactly.
Yes, but even this, then the bishop comes back to d4, and we play some dragonish style structure. With this king in the center. Yeah, b takes c5 on the board, and now we're going to find out. I'm expecting bishop takes c5, otherwise you just can't let this grip, yeah, happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have to follow it up with bishop takes c5.
Yeah, otherwise nothing makes sense.
Yeah, on the board.
I think we will see knight e5. You could play knight takes g2. But it feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels a bit weird because the knight moves away. First of all, okay, we take, then the bishop on h8 is also coming. Some
you might just go rook g1 here, possibly.
Yeah, rook g, maybe we win some material, exactly, also.
Well, there's some bishop
but no, I mean, then the bishop
is no, then the bishop's hanging. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But I mean, we can maybe start with queen h6,
Yeah, exactly. That's a nasty move.
Yeah, and then if bishop f6, we have some knight d5, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Okay, knight d5 is met by queen e6. I mean, like, chess is always so, but it should be good for White. I mean,
no, it's too much.
Yeah, it's not the way to go.
It's not the way.
Yeah, so bishop takes e5. Okay, we are expecting the move knight e4, or maybe queen e6. Maybe queen e6 is a move just to stop this bishop d4. Yeah, maybe
also
e6.
Yeah, I like queen e6 actually.
On the board.
Nice shot, Peter. Very good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so bishop retreats to e3, and then you take on c4, and that's already counterplay. No, this is not the move. Bishop e3, what I wanted to show, and then queen takes c4. Rook c1. Okay, rook c1. Very sharp.
Very sharp. Very, very sharp. Okay, it's a fight.
It's a fight, yeah. Okay, let's get back to Levon's game, because this one really feels like anything can happen, and it's so important. What happened exactly what I was actually highlighting. Yeah, that this a3 move is so tempting, connected with knight d5, but it gives the b3 square. Yeah, he opted for a3. It was just too tempting. Takes knight d5, and Levon played bishop g5. Rook takes a3, bishop b3.
Yes. Takes. Yes.
Knight f6 back, yeah, protecting from queen h5. And rook c1, bringing all the pieces. And d5. So black wants to go queen d6. Unpin himself.
He's very close to being in trouble, right?
Yes, like, I mean, this rook should be on c4, then it would be lovely for black. But
just to illustrate a tactic, let's say I played queen c2 here.
Yes.
And now you probably have to go rook a6, but let's say you went rook c8. I'm just trying to illustrate what could happen. Now the back rank's starting to, so for example, bishop takes d5 here. might be strong. Knight takes d5 and queen takes c6. And something like, even this might not be the end of the world. You might be able to play rook d8, rook d8, rook d6. You shadow the rook and could get nasty. Could, even there you've got rook a8. It's probably not enough. But, and there's rook c3, and f7 is hanging. It all gets a bit complicado.
Yes, it's completely crazy. Nobody knows what's going on, but in any case, yeah, it's super dangerous for black. And okay, Levon comes back, knight f3. Okay, this little bit gives black some breathing time. Can we now just sidestep with queen d6? No, queen b6, okay.
Yeah, even
you know, I'm the guy who always wants to stabilize, and Vei always wants to go for the maximum. This I have noticed already. And g4, wow.
Wow.
What is this?
What is this move?
Very ambitious. I mean, trying to go g5 and then hit the d5 pawn, but I mean, I feel like
feels
after
wrong, no?
Something might happen, yeah? Knight
e4, and if bishop takes d5?
Knight c3.
Ah!
Oops, what is knight d2? No, Levon is losing his nerves. What is he doing?
No.
No, this is completely wrong. I mean, knight was on g4, bringing it back to playing combined with g4. This doesn't add up. No, this is terrible. Okay, however, of course, yeah, Levon's big trick is that he would like to invite knight c3 and then get queen f3. Probably, I understand the a2 pawn is hanging, but probably that does not really worry Levon. He hopes that his queen will be very active. He wants to create counterplay with f6. That's why I'm not in love with knight c3 at all. I don't think that's the move in the spirit. Something else. I mean, something like even knight e5. Could it be a move? But okay, then you take on e4.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe we're being too harsh on Levon. It's possible.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels that there might be, I mean, even rook takes b, something like, I mean, something is very strange here. I don't know. Can I sacrifice, or it's just too much? No, it's too much. Yeah, because takes, okay, you take a, b, and I want to do something, but I can't. Okay, but it looks a bit weird, yeah.
Looks very odd. But I can't, yeah, you're right. I can't disprove it, basically.
Yeah, okay, black goes for knight c3. I told you, I mean, Vei is completely fearless. I mean, just I think this is always sometimes a very nice quality. Sometimes, of course, you end up losing games because of being over ambitious. Yeah, it's
sure, absolutely.
The reason why I had so many draws. You know, people completely misunderstood me, and then they were thinking like I'm playing for a draw. No, I'm not playing for a draw, but I like to stabilize. Yeah, and by always trying to stabilize, then on the highest level, then I'm forcing my opponent also to stabilize. Yeah, and then finally it's going to be a draw.
No, yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, and knight b4, okay, completely fearless. So he just wants to hang on to, wow, and queen protects f6. That's it. Like a computer, like a machine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so, and in fact, the a2 pawn might be hanging with knight b4 takes a2, which is then tempo, and then the bishop on b3 will be loose. Wow, what a computer play by Vei.
Truly.
Okay, the tournament is heating up. He's down to 2 minutes, but if he strikes against Levon, then his chances of getting back are very huge.
Well, be huge.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stick to this game because this is so important. Okay, maybe just a very quick update in Rapport's game.
Wow.
I mean,
massive progress for Richard.
Yes.
I mean, this is disgusting.
Winning, yeah?
This feels disgusting to defend knight d4. Yeah, impossible to play this.
Yeah, bishop e5 trick.
Ah, he got tricked already.
Yeah, lovely trick.
Is this it? Rook e5.
Yeah, rook e5. Well, if queen e5, then the bishop was hanging. If knight takes, then the knight was hanging. he tries this, but nothing really changes. Yeah, white can just go knight f4 and still the same issues. And we have update. Ju and Jun beat Hans Niemann, so basically it means that that's it for Hans.
That's it. He's done.
Yeah.
Hans is out of here. Yeah, that's the he just wasn't. Yeah.
I mean, he got checkmated. Yeah, because bishop e4 check, king a6, rook h8 checkmate. But yeah, the whole game was played out of frustration. I mean, with the desire to win at all costs, but this is how you lose. And we talked about it already, that Ju and Jun has incredible class. So if you do strategically something on Sun, she will just punish you mercilessly. That's what happened.
Indeed. Very, very, very strong player.
Yeah. So okay, back to this game of the round, because this is so much at stake.
Yeah.
Knight b1 happened after knight b4. Knight takes b1. Rook takes b1 d3. I mean, I'm liking the way how Wei plays. Yeah.
Loving it. Absolutely loving how Wei is playing this position. Truly liking it very much.
And also because he's ambitious at the same time, he also keeps the position quite simplistic. Yeah, I mean, the natural. Yeah, now he also pushed d3. He's down to 2 minutes. He can't really think for too long. He has to play the natural moves, which are good and stabilizing and so on. Yeah, Levon in some trouble. He needs to find a way to somehow exit this. Maybe even something like rook bd1. I mean, there is this exchange sacrifice, like rook bd1, queen d4, maybe even rook e3, and then try to take on d3, because this bishop on b3 can be a brilliant piece. Yeah, black takes the rook, I take with the rook, and then my construction is super solid. Rook on ace is out of the game. But Levon went queen f4. He wants to stop queen d4 at all costs, and knight takes a2. So knight takes a2, breaking the construction. Threatening knight c3.
I mean, I've really enjoyed watching Wei Yi in this game.
But
assuming he doesn't blunder a piece. Rook FA8. Oh no, there's back rank. Wait. What did he do? Queen a5?
Yeah, then takes rook a1.
Rook a1.
But you have rook a3 maybe. I mean, but it's this is already very, very tricky. I mean, takes rook a1, and then rook a3 is super important. But we can maybe take on d, but then already d2 knights. I mean, yeah, it should be fine for black. But I mean, just to highlight, yeah, that bishop takes a to rook f8, and then this pin should be very unpleasant. And we can just play king f8, and then still this combo looks good. Okay, very sharp. So queen d2, Wei done to minute and 10 seconds. But it seems like he needs to play queen a5.
What else is there?
Yeah, not much. Yeah, he needs to, but he's down to 50 seconds.
I really don't see enough. Do you see another move?
No, not at all. I mean, probably he's in shock because he blundered queen d2. But yeah, finally queen a5 on the board with 1 minute, 1 second. And he's lucky that after takes rook a1, he has rook a3 because...
And after bishop a2, you have enough because of d2. No, you play... What do you play there?
No, I just go
rook f8.
Yeah, just rook f8. Yeah, that is fine. But you know why I say that he got lucky here? Because if he would have foreseen everything, he would have blitzed out queen a5. But since he spent like 1 minute, it was clear that he was in state of shock. So takes rook a1, rook a3 on. No, not yet, but it's gonna come. Rook a3 gonna come. Again, there is just no other move. But rook a3, white should take probably on d5. Yeah, and it should be a draw, to be honest. Yeah, because rook a3, if we take on d5, then probably you have to play d2, rook e d1, knight c3, and then probably takes, and rook d3. I will be able to collect d2 pawn, and probably it's a draw. Rook f8 played. What? Ah, okay. So takes d2. It's still fine. So let's just show this. Yeah, that if
put that on the board, Peter.
Yeah. So takes, and takes would run into checkmate. This would be terrible. But black has the intermezzo d2, hitting the rook. The rook has to sidestep, and then black takes on a2 and wins. So in fact, white has to switch plans, probably take on d5 first. Yeah, bishop d5 on the board. d2 played. And we're gonna see this. Wow, but this finally ends up then badly for Wei, because it might be a very drawish rook endgame. Draw is not what he needs.
No, he needs more, doesn't he? And
but yeah, it's a 4 sequence of moves. Yeah.
Yeah,
so what
is,
to
yeah.
do?
What to do
But maybe he can try to press. Yeah. No, I mean, knight c3, rook a5, rook a5. Rook takes d2, and then this will happen. And then definitely not take the bishop, because then it's draw, but maybe just sidestep with the king to f8 and then push b4 and try to squeeze this. After all, this is an extra pawn, but white's pawn structure should not be underestimated, because there is some pressure on. Rook a1, rook d1. He wants to trade the rooks. That would be very nice if white's king will not be fast enough.
But he can play rook c2. No, he can't. Yeah, he can. Sorry, rook c2. Then b4.
Then b4.
This is very unpleasant, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant spot. Yeah, just shows also where is incredible talent. Yeah, with few seconds. But I'm somehow worried that just takes, and then king f3, then bishop b3, and then running with the king should be.
You think it's enough to hold? Looks
I think
very
it should
scary. Looks very scary to me.
Well, I mean, it's a bit scary. I wouldn't say very scary, but I understand your point. Black is the one who can try to achieve something.
Right.
I mean, Levon is, I think, very, very clever in all these online events. He plays very fast. Yeah, he has the clock under control. And whenever there are these critical moments, he can really spend time. Yeah, it's great time management from him. Yeah, takes, king f3 played.
Yeah.
I mean, black's king is too far away, and the pawn on f7 is hanging, so it's not like going immediately and gaining this tempo with king d6, because the pawn is hanging. Knight c3, bishop b3 played, and now I only need like 1-2 moves to come closer.
Should be holdable, no?
Yeah, I also have the feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way,
what about Tari?
Giri Erigaishi was a draw, and
yes.
Tari's game is a big mess.
What a mess this is, goodness me.
But looks good for white, yeah? I mean, usually, you know, I hate mess, but if I'm the one who is in control, then I'm happy. I feel that
really not sure.
This knight on g2 is still far away. Your only chance is this knight d2 check somewhere, but...
You don't like playing e6 here as black?
Probably you have to, yeah, because this knight on d5 is such a monster. You have to try to kick this knight. But then I go knight c7, lock this c file. And then already my king is safe, yeah? That's the reason why Duda is thinking, and he's down to 30 seconds.
Wow.
He doesn't have much time. Yeah, e6, knight c7 on the board.
Okay, but at least...
Oh my God! I mean, breaking news. Mamedyanov lost. Mamedyanov lost that game against... What happened? I mean, look at this even here. He has 3 pawns for the bishop. Nothing can happen to him, basically. And what did he... he got mated on g5.
Oh my God.
He played a6, bishop e3. Rook g5, checkmate is a threat.
Oh my God. And bishop d2. Oh yes. My God.
Unbelievable, yeah. Wow. What to say, yeah? Nothing to say. Well, then already Mamedyanov is also in kind of dangerous spot, yeah? No guarantee at all.
Absolutely. I mean, no, I mean, wow, to lose that position. Goodness me.
Yeah, okay, Richie is winning. Yeah, Richie is winning basically, so everything is under control for him. Tari is better, but Tari is not fighting for the moment, at least for qualification. So let's get back to this very, very important game. Maybe it might also end in repetition now. King d4. Where he needs to win. But okay, Levon was also very smart with this f6, you know, sacrificing this pawn. It's so instructive.
Yes.
Just get
very
rid of
nice.
And creating all these weaknesses.
Yeah, very nice move. Very, very nice move.
Yeah, Levon the big maestro.
Huge maestro.
Yeah.
Knows his stuff. I say we go back. Well, let's look at Richie's game, actually. Is Richie's game just very clear, or maybe?
Well, two pawns, two clear pawns. He has this lovely knight on f4, but if black knight jumps to e3, all right, but Richie is up on the clock. Okay, this gives stability, this gives safety. But yeah, I understand your point. I mean, black also has some lovely pieces, yeah? But queen d5,
Absolutely.
this hurts. So queen e3 has to be played. Yeah, queen is on the board. Can white go c7? Because now there is this combination of queen g8 checkmate.
Why not? Why not?
Maybe just c7, yeah?
I see no moves.
No, he comes back, queen g2. I mean, does he?
What's this?
There are all kinds
He
of...
wants to repeat.
No, I mean, he doesn't want to repeat.
I'm joking, Peter. Don't worry, I'm joking.
Queen g2, queen e5. I mean, I'm a little bit shocked why he didn't play c7, yeah, because okay, knight f2 check, king g2, yeah, just okay, let me come back because he didn't blitz the move out. So just to understand that, yeah, c7, knight f2 check, king g2, and okay, we are queening next move.
That's it.
We are queening next move. I'm not seeing the incredible danger, but okay, so he finally came back and played rook c1, so he insists on, okay, he just sidestepped knight e3 basically.
Okay, it's also good enough.
Yeah, very sharp, and where he continues. Where he continues, no draw yet.
Well, he's got to play, hasn't he, really, basically?
Yes, so what happened? So many moves happened. So he went b4, f4 check, h6, h4 check. Yeah, always trying to get this 10 seconds extra. But the king cannot move. That's the problem. The pawn on f7. So Wei is trying to somehow jump back with the knight and provoke king c4, king takes b4, and then go knight e4, knight f2, and try to hope for something on the king side. But what? Hang on, no, it's draw, because after rook c1 in the other game, after queen e3, it was suddenly repetition. Can't believe this. Rook f1, queen e5, and computer stopped the game. Queen e5. 3-4. I mean, unbelievable things happen. Yeah, unbelievable. All right, so back to Levon. Yeah, Levon went g5. Yeah, he just trades this pawn, and okay, that's it. Yeah, it's guaranteed draw because black will not be able to. Okay, king f8, super smart, but it doesn't give anything. King g6, you can never take the pawn. f7 is falling. Yeah, that's it. Draw.
That's it.
Wow.
Let's go back over to Tari against Duda. Absolute madness on the board. Peter, what's going on here?
Yeah, now there is also knight takes e5, king c7, rook c1 check. Yeah, exactly. This is what happened. Yeah, the things are so just because everything happened so fast after king d7, knight takes e5. So black can't take the knight because rook d4 and then e takes f5 will be very nice for white. So king takes c7. Now white has problem with the rook on d1, but he has a check. Intermezzo, king b6, knight takes f3, rook takes e4, and now white is pawn up and plays knight d2, stabilizing with knight c4 check, then can cover with rook c2 the second rank if black goes rook e2. Okay, I mean, it's gonna be hell for black.
You think this is holdable for black?
Well, it could be holdable, but it's also some kind of a hell, yeah, because there is no way of immediately liquidating. Yeah, this rook c2 hurts, and maybe it's not winnable, but very, very unpleasant to defend.
Wow. Okay, anything else going on in the other?
No, this is the last game. It's the
all
last
right,
game.
all right.
Yeah.
So king c5, knight e3 check, or yeah, king d4, knight takes f5 check. So king b4, rook c4 check.
Yeah.
So you have to go. Where do you go? King b5. This is the square. Can you go a4? No, because then king b4. Very instructive. And then rook c4 check, king takes b3, and there's mate.
Wow, that we have to show this.
Yeah,
this is lovely. Now falling into the trap and checkmating your opponent's king.
Okay, so you need a move. So the question is, if you go rook c2,
then there is rook e1 check, king b2, knight d3, and then you come out with king to c3, but knight takes f2, yeah?
No, you're rook on c2.
Let's just show this, yeah?
Ah, the knight is hanging. Sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
knight f2, and now you need to play like knight f5 or something, right?
Yeah, and then, okay, play on forever, but yeah, it's very drawish. Yeah, it's on
We're
the
going to
board.
get that, yeah.
On the board, yeah, king c3, knight takes f2. Knight takes f5. I mean, that will be also a position we might be sitting here forever. I mean,
Yeah, we could be here for a long time. ladies
Yes,
and
yes.
gentlemen. Yeah, absolutely could be.
I mean, and also absolutely justified because, okay, if you are pawn up and rook knight versus rook knight, it's one of those most unpleasant things to defend.
Wow. That is insane.
Wow, and we have the reminder from Sotiris. Yeah, Sotiris knows everything. And today, let's not forget that every round, all games start at the same time. So there is always a 10-minute break between round. I mean, imagine if this game goes on forever, then okay, it's going to be a very, very tough schedule.
Wow.
Yeah, and also the players are in total uncertainty, yeah, because, okay, they just don't know how long this game going to last. Knight e3.
Yeah, this is good. No, this is still unpleasant for Jan Krzysztof.
Yes,
His
very
pieces
unpleasant.
aren't quite coordinated here. Somehow. Okay, knight d6, knight d5 check. You give another check. You give another check. You cut the king. Yes. King go b rook h7. And
Yeah,
you
put the
continue.
rook as far as possible. Yeah, just
Put
not
the rook
all
as
under
far as possible.
any forks. And you know, the trick is with this, because one could say that it's only 2 versus 1. I had some games with 3 versus 2, rook knight versus rook knight. And I was fooling around for like 45 moves, yeah, not changing anything. And when it was suddenly the danger that it will be 50 move rules for not trading any pawns, then finally I traded 1 pawn, and my opponent was so happy that now we traded something, it will be easier to defend, that he immediately lost the position. And I remember that Kramnik also won one of his games 3 versus 2 exactly with the same strategy. I was just following what I have seen from Vladimir. And always, you know, you think like 2 versus 1, it's so much easier, yeah, because it's closer to reach a rook knight versus rook position. But suddenly the king becomes much more weak with just 1 pawn. Super tricky stuff. Both guys down to 30 seconds. At least in this sense, it's fair. Yeah, nobody has a time advantage. But in fact, here being the stronger side is a huge advantage, because, okay, you can always make your moves very easily, and black has to. And look at this, Duda down to 10 seconds.
Really tough for Jan Krzysztof here. Check. Okay, king b5, good move. Yeah, you can't. King c8? Knight b6 check.
Knight b6 check, yeah.
Thank you. Knight
Thank you, and then the rook is lost.
6 seconds.
4
Very
seconds.
tough.
3, 2.
Rook c1. Rook
No, I mean this is the trick. Yeah, he jumped back to 15 seconds. So in fact, he played with 5 seconds.
Now b4. Now b4. Cut the c5
Yeah,
square.
exactly. I mean, b4 is a dangerous idea because knight is cut on b7. And now the clock is ticking again for Duda.
Now king c6. King c6. No,
rook a6
rook
check.
a6. Rook a6 check.
What a defense by Duda. Rook d3, rook a6.
Knight e7 to go knight c6 check.
Knight e7.
Does it do anything? Does it even do anything?
Maybe I cannot take the
Maybe
pawn
you just
then.
take. Ah, he does this because he threatens mate. This is much cleverer, of course.
I mean, so easy to collapse, yeah? Knight d6, king c5.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, black could play knight c8, which is some kind, you know, it gives some stability, but also it gives all kinds of mating nets. Yeah, because knight c8 finally played. But for example, king c6, rook b7, knight c7, checkmate idea is there. Of course, black has rook a6 check, kicking the king away, so it doesn't work. But just to, yeah,
b5, rook a2, knight b4. Genius. Covering the checks and then allowing the knight to come in. But is it enough? Maybe there's no mate. Knight b4.
Maybe it's not enough.
Yeah.
But very dangerous.
Yeah. Rook g2.
Huh.
Knight
Duda
c6 check.
escapes.
Knight c6 check. King
King
a8,
a8.
rook c7.
And then rook g8 back.
Okay, and then pass. Then I bring my king to a6.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna see, I guess.
Yeah.
Rook g8 has to be.
The knight
played.
can't move. Rook takes a7 is mate. The king can't move. The pawn can't move. The rook has to stay passive on the back rank. Now, if I put my king on a6, is it ever a win?
Yeah, because you are still not threatening anything. What? Rook b2 panic.
Oh, he mouse slipped. He wanted rook c2 check.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He mouse slipped.
Yeah, this is a clear mouse slip, yeah.
Oh my god. That's horrific. Oh my goodness. And now he can just go rook h8 and it's really easy.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe rook c2 check wasn't good enough anyway. I don't know.
Well, but it's the tension. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, with tension, anything can happen. But yeah, Duda actually, I think what he noticed, because now actually the intrigue is gone, so we can just maybe make this, get back to these moves. Like, so he definitely intended the move rook c2. Yeah, rook c2 check. And his idea was that after king b4, he wanted to insist on checking.
Yeah.
And he was willing to give up his knight in order to reach rook versus rook knight. So, okay, right. If king a4, then knight b6 check already comes. King c4, knight b6 check comes. I mean, I think that Duda might have been on the right track, but he just got very unlucky by mouse slipping. Yeah. Total disaster, yeah.
Disaster, yeah.
Yeah, rook b2. Mouse slip, and that's it.
Crazy. Wow. And that's the danger of online chess as well, of course,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen. You know, you get...
yeah, it adds to the drama, but of course,
yes,
yeah, it's also very sad when it happens.
Yeah. Rook c1. Okay, some last tricks by Duda. What's
yeah,
the
that rook takes
way?
a7 might be a mistake. Yeah, taking the pawn with a check, king b6, and then you can't really protect. Yeah, knight d4, you have to be professional. You come back with the pieces, you make sure that black will not be able to play a6, and then slowly activate the king, and you get the harmony of the pieces.
Yeah, should still be winning.
So what does it mean actually if Tari wins?
Well,
he will jump to 14 points. He is not completely out yet.
No, he's not out. He's not out. He's not. Zhu Wenjun 15, Wei Yi 16, Neiman 14, Dominguez 14, Tari 14. Big fight there. Aronian, Giri looking like they're getting close. Mamajarov all on 18. All these guys got to fight for the right to party. As the Beastie Boys once said.
Yeah, it's very, very dangerous spot. Yeah, we have just seen what happened to Mamedjadov. He was in total control in his game against Jeffrey, and then he went on to lose. This will hurt him big time, yeah, because it's not just one game, it's a crucial game for qualification.
Yeah.
And he's stuck on 18 points. Yeah, this is a very dangerous situation. Wow, knight e6. I mean, I just don't like the move that it goes a little bit away. Yeah, I really wanted to, you know, just activate this, give the checks. Yeah, because okay, until you can't. But okay, probably it's good anyway. The king.
How does he want to? He wants to block, but when you block with knight d4, it allows king b6. No, I don't.
Yeah, but king b6 with knight d4, I can always give rook g6 check, so it doesn't do anything.
Wait, a6?
No, a6 now. Then okay, we have knight c5 check.
Yeah, so king b6.
Then rook b8 check.
King. Rook b8 check.
Yeah, and now okay, now he gets this what I actually wanted. That's why I was not a fan of moving the knight away from d4 because it's so brilliant. Yeah, just rook g7 check, then rook g6 check, then rook c6 and finish. Yeah.
Yes. This is the way. That's it. King b.
And okay, now you can already, because you are covering a6 square. Yes. Yeah, now you can bring the king back to b4.
Yes. King c4.
Actually, it will be the first loss of Duda. It will.
It will. You're right. Actually, very good observation, Peter. It will be Duda's first loss. Does he have any danger? No.
No, not any danger. But of course, you know, also you lose one game and you can even blame it on a mouse slip. Yeah, because it was a mouse slip. Yeah, he didn't lose on the board. It was a mouse slip.
King c5, I assume here, or what? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, this is already now. This is no fun.
This is no fun at all.
I mean, for black, you know, some people get angry when opponent don't resign. Well, if I'm so winning, I don't mind. I mean, I just feel like if my opponent wants to continue, let him continue. I mean, because it already I can't spoil it. I mean, okay, just now black's look is also passive already. I mean.
Yeah, once it goes passive, you never hold these positions, or very rarely.
Actually, if you want to be very professional, you can go rook a6, then knight a5, knight c6, and then take on a7. And
I like that. That's the way.
Well, I mean, okay, every way leads to Rome here, but this one, if you just want to force resignation. But okay, knight d4 also good.
Rook h7.
Rook g7 check. Can do you want it? I'm not. Maybe I don't want.
Well, you have to calculate if the knight gets back, right?
Exactly. I mean, I don't feel like I want to calculate anything here. Yeah.
H6, b6, a5,
a5,
knight f5, a4, knight e3, a3, knight c2. Easily get back.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but I understand Tari that he doesn't want to go for it.
Yeah, also good. Rook h5, king b4, the king hides around.
Yeah, the other games are actually about to start already.
No, I think they're all starting at the same time.
Yes,
right?
Of course. Yeah, this is correct. This is nice. Yeah, it's the last day. Everybody has to start at the same time. A6. Last little confusion.
Little confusion. Take it.
Yeah,
no mercy.
Take it. But I mean, there was some crazy game. Was it between Kasparov and Kramnik? Yeah, in this somewhere that this knight was, you know, it was a very famous position.
Can't remember exactly.
Yes, game 4 of London 2000. I mean, the encyclopedia Sotiris. Yes, there was this. This gambit accepted. Yeah, with things were hanging, you know, and yeah. Wow. Okay. Sotiris is just amazing. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. I mean, he loves chess so much. He knows everything. I mean,
He knows everything.
Yeah.
He knows more than you. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I don't know anything, then I just ask Sotiris. Yeah. I know that he will have the answer. That's it. Game over.
That's it. Now Resigns is going to be on the board because King B7 Rook B8. That's enough, Jan Žižtov. That will be Resigns. All right. So big win for Arjan. Huge win for Arjan.
Very big, yeah.
Actually, because Arjan now, I mean, he's alive. He's alive.
He's alive, and that's what matters. Yeah, that's what matters.
He's got a I mean, I don't know if 20 is enough, but doesn't really matter, right? Insofar as, you know, you've got to be there, and he's there.
Exactly, to put the pressure, to put the pressure on the guys, that they can't feel safe,
All right, so this round, it's Wei Yi who's getting the 3 points, which is also massive for Wei Yi. Puts him on 19. So we've got this cluster. Mamajarov, Giri, Aronian, all on 18. Are any of them playing each other? Mamajarov Tari is a big game.
And Lenny Dominguez, Levon Aronian, that's a very big one. Because if Lenny beats Levon Aronian, then actually Lenny helps the whole tournament. All the chasing packs suddenly will have a chance.
Yes.
So it's not only a huge game for Lenny, but for all the chasing guys. I have to say, you know, one thing I feel sorry for Wei, that now he gets the 3 points. It might look like it's fantastic, but everybody else got the 3 points. However, it's his only white game today. Yeah, so actually he gets to play 2 black games when he needs to win. This is unfortunate. This is unfortunate.
Yes.
And then Duda against Sevian for first place or for something, and Erigaishi Chong.
Well, I expect both of those games to be. No, they will play. Duda will be angry now. He might just say, "You know what? I'm playing to win this position, to win this now." I think if he held that, he was gonna probably not be so aggressive.
Duda is always aggressive. He just can't be otherwise. He's Duda.
Yes. I guess they're going to start in a minute. In the meantime, remember, guys, please do use the special discount code to get 40% off a premium membership. Get yourselves the yearly membership and you get an additional free month. Use the code Road to Miami in the checkout. Also, remember to check out The Wall, a new page on chess24.com, a Twitter-style feed where you're able to check out puzzles. And if you do some puzzles, actually, you get some potential prizes. So check out the puzzles on there. Check out the news items and everything else on The Wall. Very cool little page. Just one of the top tabs when you go to chess24.com. So what do we like? What do we like?
Well, I think we like everything, because
we like
there's so much tension. The games are, I think, starting in like 7 minutes. Because as the rule stated, that when the last game finished, then 10 more minutes. So basically, I think it will start at 7:11 or something like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So lot of tension.
Lots of tension. What game do you want to start with?
Well, Lenny against Levon, I think this is so super important for the tournament. But of course, keep an eye on Duda Sevian for sure. Also, this game, Erigaishi versus Jeffrey Chong, very important. Anish Giri with the black pieces against Ju Wenjun, also very interesting because Anish is not safe at all. And now the big question is, will he try something with the black pieces, or maybe he will get already lot of respect for her, for Ju and Jun, and will just play normal chess, because I mean, she just showed that if you fool around, you don't play exactly objectively, you underestimate me, I'm gonna crush you. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
be careful, Anish.
Yep. Absolutely.
But on the other hand, Anish has made 5 consecutive draws, so he's definitely super frustrated. Yeah, that he's not getting away from this dangerous situation. He might also lose his nerves, and he might try something. You just never know. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, show me the standings one more time.
Yeah, show the standings. Let's see. All right.
So basically, all these guys are in dangerous zone. Yeah, I mean, starting with Mamedjadov, Levon, Anish, they are all on 18 points. Yeah, and they are just not safe at all.
Not at all. We've only got a few guys that are safe. I think Jeffrey is safe. I think Richie.
Yeah, he's safe. He's absolutely safe.
Richie is safe. So all the way. So basically, the way I see it is Radek is out. Yeah, Radek is out. Radek is gone. Sam is pretty much gone. I think it's Mamedjadov, Giri, Aronian, Wei, Ju and June, Dominguez. He needs 2 out of 2. 20. Ooh, 20. There might be a pileup of players on 20. Actually, that's what I see. I see 20 points as the cutoff.
Well, I mean, don't forget that Lenny will get the 3 points for his win against Rajabov in the last round, so he will make a big jump. So if he wins against Levon, he's basically almost guaranteed in. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yes.
It's super important. Yeah, and here we see the difference, that he actually has the chance to play with white against Aronyan to fight for his chance, and he will get the 3 points with the black pieces, while Wei has exactly the opposite. Yeah, that he gets the 3 points but throws away the white game with this.
C'est la vie, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that, yeah, I mean, so much tension is there. It's anybody's game, so everything depends on this game.
That was a very strange round, actually. That was a very weird round. If you think about it, like Mamed with this incredible blunder. The Duda game was weird. The Aronian game was weird. The Rapport game with the repetition. I mean, things didn't go as they should have, basically, in that round. So it's put an additional element of weirdness to this tournament. Note how the top guys, though, not really, Sevian holding strong. Erigasi holding strong. Okay, Duda did lose. Zhong, big win for him. Huge win, actually, for Jeffrey. Now that puts him in the next round. And Rapport with this, I mean, your line that you showed, Peter, just pushing the pawn is, I'm just incredibly surprised Richard didn't go for this. Very, very surprised.
Yeah, but for example, I wanted to highlight, because we mentioned this game, the loss by Mamedjadov via Ashok. Just take a look at this position that I'm having on the diagram. Black has 4 pawns for the piece. Cool. Yeah, and I mean, if you would ever tell anyone that white is going to win this game, I mean, people will just laugh. That's just not possible. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it should be a technical win, but it shouldn't be easy, because actually, exactly this G3 pawn is the best pawn that white could actually hope for in this construction. It blocks these pawns, these 3 pawns, and of course, black should try to push somehow these A and B pawns, but they don't move. Yes, suddenly this bishop on F2 is also incredible, putting pressure on both pawns. And that was the reason why, for some reason, Mamedjadov didn't know what to do, probably. And then he sacrificed this pawn on F6. I guess that he sacrificed, maybe he blundered, maybe that was the first blunder, but he definitely activated his king. He activated fantastic.
Yeah.
But after king g4, now bishop f2 back, and still nothing moves. Yeah, so black actually did not achieve anything. Now he finally pushes b5. Rook d6. Now white is starting to give checks and basically, okay, it feels like white should already survive. Make a draw, rook a4, rook d5, and now suddenly bishop east is a deadly threat, which Shakriya somehow underestimated, blundered. He just made the move a6, and after bishop e3, there was no way of defending against this checkmate, because after check there was bishop d2, and still the checkmate is coming. Unbelievable turnaround. So, and I think we are about to have liftoff. Yeah, we already have liftoff. Okay.
We have liftoff. Let's go.
Ah, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
What have we
Look
got?
at this. Lenny Dominguez against Levon Aronyan is this F5 structure in the Italian, just as Lenny played himself almost.
Right. Wow. Okay.
Wow. These guys know their stuff. I mean, look at this. They are blitzing as if it would be a bullet game. We know how much is at stake, and this is definitely not theory. Let's even go back and take a look. How did we get here so quickly? Italian. Ah, rook e1, knight g4.
Knight g4, yeah.
Yeah, this is the move order stuff. Yeah, that if white plays c3, black goes d5. If white plays h3, that's also a little slow. Then black can play d5 or switch to d6 setups. And after rook e1, black has knight g4. Rook e2, king h8, and follow it with f5. Very direct way. Super messy stuff. Ah, okay. So this is bishop f5, knight a4. So the two experts, they know all these things. d4, h6, d takes e5, d5, bishop h4.
What is this? Knight h2.
Knight h2 on the board. Okay, very double-edged. I mean, black is trying to be very active, but if white suddenly regroups the pieces, knight gets back to e3, then actually white can be seriously better. So black has to be very energetic here. Very
Absolutely.
energetic.
Okay. Let's go on to another game, another critical game. Let's see. What is a critical?
Duda Sevian, yeah?
Duda, well...
Or it's not critical.
I mean, it's not really critical to the, who's qualifying. I'm more interested
Juvenju. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Anish also goes for the King's Indian.
Wow.
Wow, brave man. Brave or foolish? We don't know.
Why?
Brave or foolish? I mean, she has just beaten Hans Niemann in...
Crushed him.
Yes.
In this structure. Yeah, again, white's better, but maybe Anish thinks, okay, we just try and get something. She's laughing, she's smiling. She's smiling. She's like, these guys, have they learned nothing? Don't they know? I know how to play these systems. She's got a big smile on her face. Very nice to see.
But actually, she put now the bishop on b2. This slightly surprises me because usually one says that the bishop is not best placed on b2. And this was her last move. And I don't recall in the previous game. But of course, Anish made sure that he plays c6, stopping any kind of this knight b5s like it happened in the previous game.
Right.
And of course, this h6 move is exactly has the idea that it's not easy to develop this bishop, because bishop f4 can be met by g5. It's the idea of h6, and it's slightly annoying because you can't play bishop e3, then the e4 pawn is hanging. Let's not forget that black has 3 attackers, so white needs to keep an eye on this pawn. Not so easy to make a move. And she opted for bishop b2, and now Anish immediately goes h5. Now the bishop can't go to g5, and maybe now he's also hinting at some h4 ideas. I mean, certainly a better version than what Hans got, but still, King's Indian is King's Indian.
I remember having a discussion with Vladimir Kramnik in London during the London Chess Classic, probably about 6-7 years ago, and he said, King's Indian, Lawrence, you know what? Doesn't work. Loses, he said. I said, what do you mean it loses? He said, it just fundamentally doesn't work. And you know what? I didn't take his advice. I've been playing it ever since. Results are horrible. You draw your own conclusions.
No, I think that the problem was that before you talked to Vladimir, you at least a little bit believed in King's Kingdom, but after hearing Vlad's argumentation, you lost faith, yeah?
Yeah, I lost faith and I still continue to play it with horrible results. All right, let's talk about players who know a little bit about chess. Well, Mamedyarov, Tari, I mean, these guys are still theoretically fighting. I mean, this is actually a big game, Mamedyarov, Tari. Mamedyarov needs a win. And he's gone for the trusted
Trompovsky.
The Trompovsky, one of my favorites. One of my weapons. Oh, how much fun I used to have with this opening before they started playing d5. And he took with the pawn. Arjan also being very combative here. Taking with the pawn c4 is good. And e5 also probably good.
Wow. I mean, okay, but black is also very, very aggressive, yeah?
Very aggressive. e3.
D, knight c6.
Takes, knight c6, knight c3.
D takes c4.
Now Mamet is thinking, okay, I just want to take this pawn on c4 and sack the guy, but it's not easy to sack the guy.
Not easy, yeah.
Or do you go d5? But then is there some annoying queen e7 check?
Yeah, I guess that this should be some kind of a theory.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Something doesn't... Like after e5, I don't remember e3. e3 feels wrong to me. e3 feels wrong to me. You know what looks interesting here, Peter? I'm just brainstorming. cd5. Let's say queen d5, no? Now
yes.
Knight c3. Queen
like
d4.
This, yeah?
Yeah, queen d4. And now...
But do I have to take, or can I...
No, you can play bishop b4, but then I'm kind of... you know, semi-happy somehow because I've...
Yes, maybe a3 also just...
Yeah, a3 or even knight f3 there might just be okay. But the critical line queen d4, I don't think it's possible. But yeah, just queen c2. I'm looking at that f5 square, classical. And then knight f3 comes, rook d1, e3, you sack the pawn, you play bishop b5, you castle, and you claim...
Okay, I guess the critical move is knight c6 because, yeah, otherwise, long terms you have very good compensation.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
I have to, get
knight f3, let's say,
and then queen c5.
Queen c5, and now we just need a calm move. A move like, can we just play? We can't go a3. There's knight d4. That's very unfortunate. Can we castle long here? Maybe. I mean, we're going off tangent here, but you know, it's this sort of thing you have. I like castles long actually. Doesn't let you. Why? I know it does.
Yeah, finally, yeah, I was also moving my king, but I had to touch the rook on a1. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those where, you know, black probably is better, but white has got some practical hopes here.
Yeah, unclear, unclear stuff.
But the actual game, he hasn't moved, Shaq.
Yeah, d takes c4, because, okay, it's a lot at stake. I mean, he needs to find his way, and actually, if Tari suddenly would win this game, that would be amazing. Yeah, he would jump to 17 points. I mean, then anything could happen. Yeah, so actually maybe Mamedyarov tricked himself. Yeah, he just wanted to play some Trompovsky, and you know, if somebody it's not his main opening to play this line with white. Yeah, then maybe this g takes f6 is actually very, very unpleasant because here you have to know your stuff perfectly. You can't play by hand.
Absolutely.
And wow, okay, so this is the heat is on. Then what is this? Eric Garcia against Jeffrey Chong. I mean, it looks like black's king got stuck in the center. Knight d6 check is about to come. I mean, some very, very bad news for black.
This is a disaster. What happened here?
Yeah,
I'm very curious.
How did this happen? Because it almost looks like a miniature. E3, E6, it's the London system. Okay,
yes.
C5.
Yes, knight bd2, I guess.
To queen b6. Yeah, this is a very, very fancy new line.
Yes. C4, that's the unusual move because there, I believe, instead of C4...
They play rook b1, black plays bishop d6, yeah. And it's very solid.
But C4 may be some homework here by Arjun.
Yeah, but c4 is not a novelty. I mean, it was played already, but I mean, it definitely caught Jeffrey by surprise, and maybe he just relaxed, like, okay, what is this? And he just played this bishop b4 check, bishop d2, takes queen d8, and I'm gonna castle. And all of a sudden, he couldn't.
He just missed queen b4, basically.
He missed, yeah, and it's huge miss.
It's actually very bad for black, no?
Very bad.
Catastrophe. The knight d5, queen a3 simply. And knight c6, you probably just go. You probably go.
Also queen a3, yeah?
Yeah, not worried. Yeah, knight takes d4, knight d6 check, exactly. And we win the knight. So, no, this is catastrophe for Jeffrey Jean. And he's burning time as well. This is bad news. Arjun! Is he going to win the whole thing? Who knows?
Well, I mean, but it's not so important to win the preliminaries, no? I mean,
sure.
Yeah, it basically, maybe even if you don't win it, it's better, yeah, because if you win it, then you automatically have this feeling like I already accomplished something, yeah, and the tournament is only starting for those 8 players. Yeah, finally queen e7 played. Okay, knight d6 check. He has to go king f8, and then knight e5 is coming. Yeah, knight d6 check, king f8. Knight e5, knight c6, yeah, that's the idea. Also knight g5, if we want to insist, maybe we can even play knight g5.
Knight e5, knight c6.
Yeah.
And there, but maybe you can just take.
But okay, I already feel like with black, if I'm not losing on the spot, I might somehow survive. Which is kind of a very sad reality if I have to think like this. But also you have this knight g5, yeah, just not but knight g5 looks ugly. I mean, somehow maybe knight c6, then knight d8 protects, and I mean pin, and this knight on d6, it's loose. It's not so nice. Wow, I mean, okay, this is okay. We will keep an eye on it, but let's take a look. I mean, our big game, the game that is so important not only for the players but for the whole tournament. And Lenny is making some progress. This is what I've been talking about. That if this knight will land on e3, then this position can be very, very unpleasant for black. So what did happen? Knight h2, queen e7, knight f1, bishop g6, rook d2. Yes, sidestepping bishop h5. Yeah, now bishop h5 is a big threat. So he was rook d2, queen b4, and bishop takes f6. And now rook f6 on the board, and bishop b3.
But black is active, no? Rook f8.
No, this activity, I mean, it just seems for the moment, yeah. But I get the knight to e3, and where is your play?
Where's my play? Queen c5. Yalla.
Queen c5. Okay, I might even hit you with rook d5. I don't need it. I have to mention
I actually miss rook d5.
But I can.
Yeah, no, you should, and you probably should actually. Yeah.
I mean, because queen e7 and then rook d7. I mean, I also have some knight g4 at some moment.
Yeah, sorry, queen c5. Let's go back. That's no good.
Yeah, but it's unpleasant. Level in trouble, and knowing that Lenny is an incredible fine positional player, this is the position that he needed. Because, okay, usually the big problem is that and look at this, Levon goes knight e5, look at the evaluation bar. Evaluation bar is hating this.
Knight e5.
I mean, first of all, it does nothing. I mean, you can just continue with knight e3, and then you will also have rook d8 check.
Maybe that's what white should do. Play rook d8 first, exchange a pair of rooks. And
well,
then
I mean, you also might win the c7 pawn.
Oh, yeah, actually, you might just win c7, rook d8.
What is this?
Rook f8? Oh, well,
Takes.
No, rook f8, rook queen takes c7 wins, but what about rook f8 instead of rook takes d8?
Ah, yes, pardon me. Yeah, rook f8 only. So, okay, we will take on a8.
Yeah,
and then rook takes a8. And yeah, it's double edged that do we want to trade this lovely rook on d2 or not? Yeah, he opted for knight e3. Now c6 happened, but I mean the thing is that these pieces are not doing nothing against white's construction, and it's more about the weakness. Black's king is somehow stuck in the corner. I mean, we have seen this rook d8 check counterplay will always hunt black's king. Rook d8 check is played. Rook f8, so rook a8 will be played. Or rook d6? Is rook d6 a move? No, but rook d6. I don't like rook d6. But maybe it's a move.
Weird move.
Yeah, takes. Okay, it's logical. But yeah, now suddenly the queen. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Finally, if I'm not benefiting anything immediately, I would love to keep this rook on d2. But okay, white is just long-term slightly better. So maybe one should just not think about anything big. Just enjoy the possession, play normal, decent moves. Yeah, a3, queen e2,
Yeah.
rook d1, and torture.
Big torture planned. Talking of torture, who else is getting tortured?
Yeah,
Yarov just not. He's just not there, is he? There's something wrong with Shaq. In big data, his position is. I like black here. I like black.
Of course, I mean this dark squared bishop. Not even talking about that we are for the moment still pawn up. I mean all these f5 ideas. No, Shakin is a lot of trouble, and actually he might also get very nervous, yeah, because this previous game might have killed him.
Yeah, this blunder. How do you find Shaq's nerves? Do you think he's a good reactionary player, or do you think he suffers after a bad blunder?
I think he can easily suffer because he's an emotional player. Yeah, he needs the flow, and he's so super dangerous when things are going his way. And usually those players who are so good at that, then they also have to have some drawbacks. Yeah,
right.
And okay, honestly, I don't really recall people who can handle terrible blunders well. But Shakra is definitely not the type I would think of that he will shake it off easily.
All right. Looking further afield, and what about Shanklin-Rapport? Very quickly. Shanklin-Rapport, can we go there? This looks
not really much at stake, yeah, here.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Otherwise, the game is definitely high class and fun, but yeah, it's not so much at stake.
Okay, we stay with the ones at stake. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I mean, Anish, yeah, let's take a look what Anish is doing, because Juve and June, if she wins, it's huge. But look at this. Anish created a mess. Knight h3, bishop e6, knight b6, targeting the c4 pawn. White's king is on f1. This is the position that Hans would have dreamed of to get the previous round. Now this is very scary for white. Very scary. I mean, isn't this the reason why you play the King's Indian, to create this mess?
Well, to a certain extent, yes. It's all the other reason you play the King's Indian is because you admit that you don't know how to play orthodox, correct chess. And what else are you going to do? It's the King's Indian, the Benoni, or if you're feeling really spicy, you play a Benko. That's it.
So out of fear of getting outclassed in classical positions, yeah?
Exactly. That's correct. But one day I will learn them. And then I'll take over the world, Peter. Me and you, brother. You'll be by my side.
Yeah, but the only problem is actually, as a coach, I have to say that, yeah, you have to start to learn early to play classical chess, because the longer you you keep it away from you, the more difficult it gets. Yeah.
If I had learned how to play the Najdorf and the Marshall and the Catalan and mainline Spanishes when I was 15, I would have made it. Alas, here we are.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, Queen D3, also
Queen
the
D3.
evaluation bar says that, you know what? Yes, white has all the center. It seems like white has space advantage, but those pawns are vulnerable. Yeah. And this knight on h3, I know it from white side in the Spanish. Sometimes this knight h6 check. I used it once against Fressinet in Cannes 2002, and that knight on h6 disturbed Fress completely. And Anish goes g5. He wants to break the construction. Very, very clever, nice move. Because h5, then queen g5, and then h5, h4 is coming. Anish knows what he's doing. And usually a move like g5 has the drawback that the f5 square is weakened, but now with this knight on b6, bishop e6, eyeing c4, the knight on e3 can never move. That's kind of the big problem.
All right. Yeah, this is a very tricky one, but definitely I think Anish will be feeling good because he's managed to mix it up. But you know, Ju, she knows how to calculate as well. This is by no means easy pickings. What else is going on?
Yeah, Maragel of Tari, another very, very important game. I mean, it looks like Tari's position is getting better and better. Now he managed to get king to b8. He evacuated his king. He managed to get bishop d4 and then queen to c5. Look at this battery. I mean, this is almost lost. I mean, practically speaking, I think it's almost lost. Yeah, black can maybe just retreat to b6. Knight d3 is coming. I mean, black is a pawn up and everything is falling apart.
And Shaq looks miserable if you look at the video there. He doesn't look like he's having fun, does he?
No, really? Not at all. I mean, he is in total state of shock.
Yeah. No,
And Tari is back in business. If he wins this, he's back in business, carrying all the momentum. He will have white. And, okay, Eric Garcia against Jeffrey. I mean, okay, they are poor Jeffrey. I mean, this is...
My goodness, look at this massacre. Goodness gracious. What is this? Jeffrey. I mean, Eric Garcia is just a monster, isn't he, basically? He's a monster.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, in this game, to be fair, yeah, it was all decided in by this one move blunder allowing queen b4, and ever since it's a massacre.
Yeah, nothing really much to discuss there. I mean, resigns is not premature here. You
Yes.
can resign. I mean, you've got no moves. Your king can't move. Your rook can't move. Your knights can't move. Your queen can't move. Your bishop can't move. Yeah, resigns actually resigns might be black's best move here. That might be strongest.
Well, actually, also knight g5 retreat is a threat, so maybe black has to play the terrible ugly h6, which weakens the g6 square.
Yeah, knight e8.
Okay, he goes knight e8. Yeah, but okay, it's too sad. This is too sad.
It's too sad to watch. It's too painful. Let's move on. Let's go. I mean, what else is?
Okay, I mean, let's take a very quick look at Duda, yeah, because they are
Duda, okay.
Yeah, Sevian is the leader, and so far we have been talking that Duda was the one who didn't lost the game, and then he lost this painful game now to Tari after this mouse slip. And definitely, you know, knowing that now Sevian is leading and he's the only undefeated player, I feel that Duda wants to win this game at all to, you know, to make everyone feel the pain.
Totally agree, yeah.
E4, E5, and he's going for it. Yeah, this is the typical way of going for black's throat. Yeah, the king is in terrible danger. F5, knight H5 could easily be checkmate. Knight E8 trying to cover the G7 square, but it's very passive. It's very passive.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. But you've got to be a bit careful here. You can't get over excited as white because, you know, yeah, CD4, B5 comes, F5 runs into standard tactics like knight takes E5.
Yeah, probably white should just play a move like bishop E3 or queen E4 first.
I like queen E4 because you hit the knight with tempo, no?
Yeah, you get the, yeah, I just don't know when I want to use that tempo. Do I want to use it immediately or keep it in the pocket? It's the...
Oh, wow, what? He does it anyway. He says, I do not care. So what? So 95, he just wants queen E4. And on CD4, and that looks bad for black actually because E6 is hanging. So on CD4, what does he want?
On CD4. I mean, maybe FE, no, queen C4, queen D7. It's, FE, queen F3, queen F8, checkmate. Come on. Double attack, deadly double attack.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, Lord.
Very nice.
That's the justification of F5,
yes.
But then it's terrible.
Oh, wow. Well, if you can't win material here as black, what do? You're getting steamrolled.
Yeah.
You're getting steamrolled into a spring roll. Are you a spring roll fan, Peter?
Summer I mean, okay, wow, but look at this. Sevian took CD4.
He took anyway.
So after FE6, he wants to take knight takes E5, I guess. I'm guessing. Or can he even sacrifice this piece and then get some counterplay with Rook C8 and D6 C3? Is that the idea? I find it hard to believe, but...
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not such a big spring roll fan. I mean, okay, it's fine, but I don't feel the big thrill. I mean, yeah, FE6 on the board. So Sevian, will he play knight takes E5? I believe so, yeah.
Probably. Knight E5, queen E4, F6, Cemento?
Yeah, F6 would be Cemento, but...
CD4, sorry, I'm blundering, yeah.
The question is...
I'm blundering. Oh no, CD4, B5? And some knight D6?
Yeah, it goes on. I mean, it's not so simple. Yeah, this queen E4, F6, I mean, CD B5, as you said, then knight D6 tempo, the knight can go to C4. I mean, it's this pawn on E6 because knight of D6 covers the F5 square. Yeah, that's very important. Very, very important.
Weird game. Talking, oh my goodness. Let's go back to Shakhyar Mamajarov. Is he Bustovich? Is this Shaq out of the competition?
No, I mean, out of the competition, not, because he will still stand with 18 points. So if he wins last game, he still has some chances. But I mean, his chances are becoming really critical.
Catastrophe of a position.
Yeah, the position is a total catastrophe. And knowing what happened in the previous game, I mean, combined, it's a total catastrophe. So yeah, this is okay. Tari is winning, and Tari, despite that, he lost 5 games in a row, something like this at some point. I mean, it shows that otherwise he was doing quite well. Yeah, if you still have chances to qualify and you have lost 5 in a row, it means that between you played brilliantly.
Absolutely.
Yes, C3, and wow, yeah, the Aligashi has won, but the game why I said wow is look at Black's construction in the game. Yuanjun Anish Giri.
Just rooks on the seventh heaven.
Yes, because
this is a catastrophe.
Ever the second file opens up, yeah, just to highlight that bishop takes G7 allows Lukev to checkmate.
Beautiful.
Takes.
Beautiful.
And so lot of dangers, and she's down to 1.5 minutes on the clock, and the position is busted. Wow, so basically Anish, I think with this win guarantees his qualification. I don't see him collapsing after this.
Right.
because he will jump to 21 points. He will jump
it's
to
enough.
21.
Probably one more draw is going to be super enough as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then Juvenjun is finally completely out. And all eyes on Lenny against Levon Aronian, because actually this can create the confusion in the competition if Lenny wins. If Levon makes a draw, then he's also kind of more or less safe. We'll have the white piece in the last game. So Lenny...
Levon doesn't look happy, does he? He looks a bit kind of...
No, I feel like he almost feels bored because he has stabilized his position. And look at he's up on the clock. He has 3.5 minutes versus 250. I think he's now just enjoying the momentum. I mean, before I was very worried. Yeah, I told you I did not like the straight from the D2 rook. Now F2 pawn is vulnerable. Yeah, Levon goes queen G5. Maybe wants bishop H5. I'm even not sure if we want to trade that bishop. Bishop G6 protects nicely the only weakness on E4. Rook F7 can take care of the pawn on B7. And yeah, basically I don't see Lenny creating any chances. I mean, in a good day, Levon might even consider rook F2, queen E3.
Stranger things have happened, and it's very Levon-esque.
Yes,
to play like this.
Absolutely. Only that he already overpushed a couple of games. He might not, when he doesn't need to, maybe he won't do it. But I think he's now very tempted. I mean, who wouldn't? Yeah. Let's even take a look. It's super fun. Rook F2, queen takes E3. No, Levon went for queen H4. He just wants to force a repetition of moves. But this is super fun. Yeah, White seems to be obliged to come back with the queen to E1, but then it's super Paketovic. I don't know. It's maybe it's fine for White. But yeah, Levon just goes queen H4, hitting the F2 pawn, kind of inviting king G1. Maybe when knight F3 check is then a problem. Maybe when knight F3 is already a problem. What is this queen doing on A5? No, this is
weird queen over. Okay, so I mean, he's got to be careful that.
Yeah, maybe queen C7. Yeah, maybe he has to sneak
I love
in.
it. It's a good
Yeah,
move.
but rook F2, queen C7, rook F2.
That works.
Maybe I'm not able to do this.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, queen C7 would give me the stability that I need. Yeah, but wow. I mean, maybe Lenny is in some trouble. Practically speaking, definitely with 1.5 minutes on the clock, and Levon is in control of the situation. And wow, what is this? I mean, Duda has sacrificed the piece. He wants to deliver checkmate. So what happened? Knight takes E5, E takes F7. I mean, this is a game of giants. CD4, queen D7, Knight F5, Knight ED6, and boom.
Wow.
Knight G7.
Looks like a crusher.
And just D5. Tranquilo.
Wow. The power of the bihop. Wow. The knight's impotent against one bishop. That's quite stunning, actually. But is it good?
I think it's good, yeah. I mean, it's... you know, even feeling-wise, I just can't even imagine any defense for black. Yeah, this bishop B2 check is coming. The other rook is coming. You can maybe put a rook on E6. Yeah, and it will be total finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's and Sevian down to a minute. Down to a minute. Nobody will finish the tournament undefeated.
Hey, that's something. That shows that they're all. Wait, Eric Gacy. Oh no, Eric Gacy lost. You're right. Eric Gacy.
Yeah, Rook G8. It was the move. I also, you know, I look at the evaluation bar. Says it's completely gone, but it was the only move that I could see as well. Ah, okay. Now even queen.
And now bishop H6, queen G8 is just over. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so king H8, bishop B2 checkmate, and king F8, bishop H6 check. And
yeah, he resigns here actually.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So actually, Arjun, the leader, Sevian second, Duda will be third. All right, what about these other games? So Giri is completely crushing. Tari is completely crushing. My goodness. What a disaster for Shak Mamajarov. Goodness me.
Yeah, because in fact it seems like Levon and Anish will be quite safe after this round, but Shakya with these two terrible losses is actually creating himself into a lot of trouble.
Incredible. He could miss it. It depends on a few things. Wait a second. Hans Niemann had an outside chance, but he's dead lost against Wojciech. He's dead
Yeah, I mean,
lost.
okay, Hans just lost it. I mean, if you hear if you hear his interview, then you just understand that he needs some break now because his nerves can't take it anymore at the moment. Yeah, that's it. Radek wins. So Hans is completely gone. What do we have here in the Shankland Rapport game? Exchange done, but b4 pawn is about to fall. g2 pawn is weak. Well, it feels like some dynamic equality.
What? Really? I would have thought if g2 drops, the h-pawn runs. Feels very difficult to get those pawns rolling.
Yeah, but I feel like white can maybe just... Oh, wow, he takes on b4. I thought like, you know, just g3 and sit tight and keep an eye on the b4 pawn. And okay, how does black really make progress? But Sam apparently has calculated something. Yeah, bishop b4. So king f5.
Rook h4 only move, yeah?
No, then rook g2, rook g5. Ah, no, that's just a change.
No, that's the point. You've got check.
Then pardon me. Okay, but king e6. Okay.
That's a clever move. Now you win g2 by force. a4, rook. Maybe not actually. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you defend this g2 pawn or with rook h2? Wow, then
you have to, right? After let's say rook f5,
if Sam will defend with rook h2, then he has some iron nerves, yeah.
Well, what else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, no, but I mean he had to foresee this, yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean,
rook h2 is so ugly, though. Goodness me.
Yeah, but what else are you eye on h5?
Yeah.
Wow! Look at this. Of course, okay. This is just brilliant. I mean, Lenny actually needs to win, but after queen h4, king h1. I mean, no, pardon me. Queen h4, king g1, knight f3 check. Now he opts for king h1. Now Levon goes knight g5. He has to come back. He's fine. I mean, he needs to win, but he also fights not to get checkmated.
Right.
And Levon goes rook f3. What?
What is this move?
Wow, rook f3. Lenny down to 40 seconds.
He's trying to confuse Linear with 40 seconds. Okay, you never take it with the pawn, yeah? That's clear. So if I take with the bishop, EF, there's no mate there. Right?
Well, I mean, at some point I want to use this queen c7. I want to use it, but yeah, FGs are very unpleasant.
Is it so bad?
Hang on. So rook f3. Lenny down to 10 seconds. He needs to react. He needs to react. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
He might flag.
Move.
Did he flag?
No, he needs to move.
He played queen c7.
Yeah, but now rook takes h3. Now it's finished. This is mate. Yeah, this is the line that I calculated. This is now over because e2 bishop is hanging. Knight f4 check. That's it.
That's it.
Wow. Okay, now everything is made. Yeah, bishop bishop h5, queen takes g7. This, be careful. This is a terrible blunder.
But knight f4, queen g5 is.
Yeah.
No, it's not mate. It's not mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but I mean it just completely finished. Yeah, just not to blunder this queen takes g7.
Queen g5. Maybe now some bishop. Oh no, rook g1. Got to be careful.
No, rook g1, then queen h4 checkmate. Yeah, bishop h4.
Yes.
Yeah, sweet. And now bishop f3 comes.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Wow. Beautiful. That means that Lenia is officially gone.
Yeah, Lenny is gone. Levon is
He's
in.
safe. Yeah, Levon
Yes.
is safe.
Absolutely. So let's move on. Let's move. Yeah, Anish has won also the game, so he's also perfectly safe. So everything depends on Tari. Mamedjalov Tari, because actually this only Mamedjalov can be the weak link of these guys, super guys from place 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Both
Yes.
Levon and Anish move to 21-21, and if Mamedjalov loses, he gets stuck on 18, and Tari will have 17. Vei has 18, yeah, after winning
19.
This. He will have 19 even, yeah?
Yeah, no, Vei is 19.
Ah, he will have 19. Okay, then Vei is the big winner of this round, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Catastrophe. Shaq Mamedjalov. Just everything.
And just one terrible blunder in this online chess can change everything, yeah? If he would have won this game against Jeffrey in the first game today, maybe we would be just praising Shaq like, wow, I mean, what a smooth performance. He showed his class and everything is fine. Yeah, he blundered there and he carries on these terrible emotions, this negative momentum. He plays a disastrous opening with the white pieces, gets crushed by Tari basically right from the start. I mean, it's a total disaster. Absolutely total disaster.
Total disaster for Shaq Mamedjalov. Rapport won. So something went horribly wrong there for Sam very quickly.
Well, I mean, he didn't play Rook H2. I mean, you remember we discussed this, that he shouldn't. First of all, I did not understand this bishop takes before. Yeah, I felt like he just wants to sit tight with GC and okay, please break the construction. I'm always keeping an eye on the b4 pawn. But okay, he took. Then I thought like, wow, yeah, Sam was just very nice. I mean, he has foreseen all these things. And then he, for some reason, did not play the Rook H2 move, which looks so ugly, but maybe it was doing a perfect job hitting this H5 pawn. Instead, he activated the rook, but then there was no way of protecting this G2 pawn anymore because H5 pawn is not under pressure anymore. Wow. That's it.
That is
so easy. And yeah, Levon won. Yeah, Lenny had 2 designs. So basically, yeah, only the Tari game is on. But it's I like to show excitement, but here I just don't feel that it can be really. Yeah, Rook is coming to D2. Okay, 30 seconds versus 30 seconds. Okay, so Shaq has to hang on for the next couple of moves and hope for a miracle.
The problem is Black has got a lot of moves here. You can just go A6 here, for example. Give the king some lift.
Rook D2, A6, yeah, all these good moves.
Yeah, I play A6 here. If Rook E6, I go Rook D6. Okay, he goes Rook D2. Has to be good. Rook E6. Queen D7, let's say.
Yeah, Queen D7 is good.
Because you've got to keep an eye on E8. Rook FE1 will be played, I guess. And then A6, and that's it.
I think the only problem that Tari was maybe, confused with that, or even Queen takes E6, Bishop E6, C2 was very interesting. But of course, with 20 seconds on the clock, you should not even think about it. That's how you can blunder something. Queen D7, the professional.
Rook H6.
I mean, okay, but F2 pawn is falling. C2 is coming.
A6. No. Make sure you never fall for something, and then F2 hangs. It's just gone. There's just Queen D3. I mean, iron, just no fear, right? Just says okay. I don't believe.
Yeah, I mean the position is just too powerful. Yeah, why to be afraid at all?
Actually, this is a very strong move. No, he can't do anything.
Yeah, Rook G1. Okay, a total disaster. If this move is obligatory, then it's total catastrophe.
Rook F2.
Rook F2, threatening Queen D2, Rook H2 checkmate.
Okay, Rook H8 will come for sure. Or Rook F6, one last attempt. Now rook c8, cemento.
Or rook d8, also cemento.
Yeah. I like the rook on c8 because even when you go bishop e6, bishop takes c8, you have half a tempo there.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Understand. Rook d8, good.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Rook f5. Queen
Yeah, just
somewhere on
hopelessly lost. Yeah. Okay, queen d2 and mate.
Queen d2 is over. No, that's resigns. Yeah, Shaq gives up here for sure. And that is, I mean, huge for the tournament. By the way, all decisive results that round, Peter. I think maybe the first round where we had.
Wow, really? Yeah, true.
Now, let's
unbelievable. And how many black wins? Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah?
Tons of black wins.
Yeah, 5 black wins.
Incredible. Now, with 1 round to go, this is the situation. Eri Gacy, safe as houses. Top of the leaderboard. Sevian, safe. Duda, safe. Rapport, safe. Zhong, safe. I guess Aronian Giri, safe. Really. I mean, depending on the pairings for the last round, but I think 21 is safe. I think 21 is safe.
Yeah,
yes.
Anish plays with white against Hans Niemann. I mean, also a dream pairing right now, knowing that Hans has completely lost it.
Yeah. Zhong Ju, Jeffrey doesn't have to go crazy there. Aryan Tari. So what? Let's go back to the standings. Sorry, who are the danger guys here? Who can realistically qualify? So it's it's a battle between Wei Yi, Mamajarov, and Tari. I think yes, Wei Yi, Mamajarov, Tari. That's what I see as the battle.
Yeah, wow. So let's take a look at the pairings. Tari plays with the white piece against Erigaishi. I mean, a big matchup.
Terrible pairing for Tari.
Mamedjadov black against Sevian. Okay.
Terrible. Awful.
Yeah, also very tough. Yeah. Okay, Sevian have finally lost the game, but I mean, he has been super impressive throughout. Yeah, very tough. And Rapport Wei also very tough for Wei. I mean, Richie is on fire now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna be easy. But Wei is the one, if everybody loses, then he's in, yeah?
Yeah, if everybody else loses, Wei Yi is in. So, but the draw doesn't help Wei Yi. This is the point. The draw, because if Mamajarov wins, he overtakes Wei Yi. And if Tari wins, he ties Wei Yi. So Wei Yi can't just make a draw and pray.
No, but anyway, with black, you can't. I mean, you play your game. I mean, Rapport will challenge him to the maximum. I mean, I think that in general, draw is quite a good result for Wei because it means that other guys have to win. And seeing the pairings, that there is just, why should they win? Yeah, it's not like you need to win, you're gonna win. Yeah, you feel the pressure, you have all this nerves in game. It's very tough.
Yeah.
And they all play, I mean, like for Eddie guys, he has won the event, but he's enjoying the tournament. Yeah, we see that he's just playing phenomenal chess. The same for Sevian. So yeah, it's a very tricky spot for all of these guys to try to win.
Very, very tough indeed. Remember, guys, that a lot of promotions going on. 40% off a premium membership. Hashtag Road to Miami. Use it in the checkout. Get that year membership, year premium, because you then get an additional month for free. You get all the benefits, tons of them. You can check those out. Well worth your time. Get yourselves an FTX account as well, cryptocurrency exchange, because the key, which is going to be explained in the coming days and during the FTX Crypto Cup, is going to be crucial. But in order to be able to be involved with all the great prizes, giveaways, and everything else activities, you are going to have an account. So go and get yourselves an account. It doesn't take long to set up. And yeah, those are a few things I wanted to make. Lots of activities coming as well. I should point out we'll have a more clear program published on the various channels. Always check out the Chess24 Twitter, for example. Very, very important, where we'll update all kinds of activities coming up. What do we think? When is the next round? I had the feeling the next round was starting immediately. Is that? We have 4 minutes. Let's go for a short break, Peter, to
get the energy for these last battles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll be going for a break. We'll be back in about 3 minutes' time, just before this next round kicks off. The final round of preliminaries. Who's going to squeak in? Is it Wei? Is it Mamujarov? Is it Tari? One of these three fighting for that last spot. We'll be back in a few.
The Grunfeld is a very good opening for those of you who are striving to get a double edge.
In this video, we're going to look at the latest developments in the 6 bishop g5 knight off.
I'm gonna start with sort of my first official Stonewall game.
The idea is not to fight against any opponent move, prevent everything, defend and so on. No, it's just to move.
What do you think about this opening? Honestly, what do you think?
You don't have to play knight c3. We can actually put a piece on d2, which is better because then we avoid the potential doubling of our c pawns.
What you have to understand about practical endgames as a whole is that just like in the middle game or the opening, you cannot rely solely on these general considerations.
This is John. John loves to study chess. This is David. David loves to study chess as well, but efficiently. John spends more time setting up the board and figuring out what's on the page of his book than he gets to study. David likes to take it easy and use his time wisely. David has finished his exercise for today. John should try the same.
Seriously? Checkmate! Aim Chess is an intelligent system that analyzes your game, prevents mistakes, and develops recommendations for improving your skill. Phew!
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Chess24 FTX Road to Miami. More importantly, this is the final round of the preliminary section of this tournament. These are the pairings. The situation is quite clear. in my opinion. Only really one spot left up for grabs. The top 8 qualify to the knockout stage. I think all of the top 7 players are safe. So it's a case of who's going to grab that elusive 8th position. Is it going to be Wei Yi? Is it going to be Mamajarov or Aryan Tari? Those are the 3, in my opinion, who we got to keep an eye out for. Peter, should be a very dramatic last round.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this, and Shakhriyar goes for the, what is it? I mean, he's inviting White to go for the Sveshnikov after knight DB5, but I'm believing that he's hoping to provoke White into knight xc6, btx c6, e5, knight d5 jungle, because that's a very, very tricky variation. And Sevian is spending his time, and he goes for a3, a very, very solid line. I mean, it was the move that got really popular in last year's candidates. I mean, in 2021, I believe that Grishchuk has played it, Fabi has played it against Giri, or how? Yeah, I think I recall, definitely I recall Fabi. I mean, he lost this terrible game to Anish. With White, it was not because of the opening, but it featured this line, ace3, bishop e7.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a razor sharp battle. What do we have? We have Tari giving bishop b5 check in the Sicilian again and getting the Marosi bind.
But he's played the Vichy move, knight b3. This is the Vichy. For years and years, people were playing this position. If we go back one move, Peter, here. Here they tried queen d3, queen e2, a4, all kinds of stuff to prevent b5. And then Vishy Anand. Have you heard of the name Vishy Anand, Peter? You might know him.
I'm not sure. I think he's Vishy the king, yeah?
He comes out with knight b3 and suddenly injects life into this line. It's not even a top 3 suggestion from the engine, but it's kind of like a move which prevents black from doing stuff. For his b5 here, you might just be able to take it. And now you can put your rooks in the center. All makes total sense. And sometimes you can even reply with some c5 if your rooks are correctly lined up. And it's all excellent stuff. And Aryan Tari, of course, with his finger on the pulse when it comes to latest trends in theory. So, yeah, Vishy injecting life into this line. And I think a very good choice by Tari. You know, you limit risk, and you try and keep that edge and the possibility to grind. I quite like it, I have to say.
Yeah, very interesting. And let's take a look the other contender, Wei. He's facing Richie. And okay, Richie is already perfectly safe. Richie himself goes for e4, c5, knight f3, d6, bishop b5 check. So we see in online chess, online rapid, bishop b5 is very, very popular. Knight d7, d4 takes, a6 takes. Yeah, this is the old classical main line.
Yeah. Interestingly, just to go back one move there, Peter, instead of knight c3, after e6, I've seen Gawain Jones play the very funny knight bd2. Actually, maybe it's with the pawns still on c2, sorry. Then
yes, and then knight c4. Yeah, that's some old school business.
Yes, but with this one here, okay, Richie playing very orthodox in many ways. Morochi binds with a4. You put your rooks in the middle, but the question is, it's one of those Morochis where it feels worse than the version that we just saw with.
Exactly, in the Tari game, yeah.
Tari, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the knight on f6 is misplaced. It's not about losing the light square bishop, because actually light square bishop is not so important. You have all your pawns on the light squares, but the knight on f6 definitely belongs to d4. And yeah, that's one of the main ideas. White usually wants to go queen d3 and then knight d4. Yeah, it's typical regrouping. Something that Magnus has done against Vichy in Chennai in their famous last game of the match.
Right.
2013. Yeah, queen d3, knight d4, typical idea. Yeah, black goes h6. Ask White, where is this bishop going? Because bishop f4 can't be played because of e5. Yeah, then it's a fork. And once you put the bishop on h4, then it's committed to h4. So you can't really play this positional way like usually with the bishop on e3.
Now,
I think it's
let me
important.
say here, I remember some Topalov game years and years ago. Can you go G5, Bishop G3, E5 and try and shut this guy out? I've seen something similar.
But not in this position.
No, maybe not here.
I know what you mean, because I'm loving it, but here I feel that this is okay for white.
Yeah, because knight d2, knight f1, knight e3, f3, bishop f2, this kind of stuff.
Yes, but if something is little bit more disbalanced, discoordinated in white's position, yeah, then this is a very tricky and dangerous way of treating it. This is, you're absolutely correct, but yeah, not here.
Not here. Yeah. Queen a5.
Queen a5 played. Okay, probably
Can you
also
go
the idea is to
d5?
get this rook to d8 and to e8. Yeah, this is.
Can you go knight d5?
Knight d5. Yeah.
It's the first move I saw the bishop unprotected, but could be complete nonsense.
Yeah, just to show the main idea. So ed. No, it's not nonsense at all. Yeah, it's quite typical. The big question is, does it really give advantage? Yeah, that's
yes,
that's a question. But I mean, it's a serious move.
Because if you go knight d5, cd5, bishop h4, dc6,
then bishop f6 tempo. Maybe this.
Bishop f6 tempo, queen d6,
and then you just take bc6. Yeah. This is fine.
b4?
It should be fine because, okay, the bishop is very strong, yeah. Okay, queen b6, queen d5, look.
Queen b6, rook a c1. Is there a little...
I mean, some little stuff, but I mean, it's hard to believe. Also, maybe, I mean, black should be able to liquidate somehow.
Even queen d5 should be holdable, yeah.
Yeah, should be holdable. I mean, after all, this bishop is lovely and also these pawns are weak. Yeah, knight d5 on the board, we might be seeing this, because what else do you do with black?
It felt like the move to play. As I said, I channel my inner rapport most games. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yes, I understand. And look at this. I mean, I have to give big credit, huge credit to Sevian. Yeah. I mean, he's up there. He's basically winning the tournament, or is he going to be second? Whatever, doesn't matter. He's super safe, and he goes for the most challenging ways. Yeah, he goes for this. He doesn't. I mean, he wants to give Mamedov also a chance. Yeah, he goes for an open big battle. I mean, okay, let's fight it out. I mean, he goes for the most uncompromising setup possible. Takes e5, queen d2, sacrificing the g4 pawn, but getting then the d5 square. Hopes for long castle and then counterplay on the g file. You got to give credit to him that he goes for a big fight.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
I think g4.
Okay. Well, yeah, Shaq has to kind of fight here, but dangerous.
Yeah,
but
dangerous,
okay,
but that's what he needs. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
he has nothing to lose. And by the way, I'm a little bit confused that maybe Sevian has compared it to the Najdov. Yeah, because in the Najdov, actually, this works out very well for white, but there the pawn is on a6, which is a big loss of a tempo. And actually, it's more of a weakness in this position.
Right.
So and white has not castled yet. Yeah, some bishop h4 checks. You can't take bishop take g4 so easily. This is maybe a different position.
Well, Shaq with some chances here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he gets chances. Yeah, because if he wins, basically it means then that Vei needs to win. But okay, I mean, Vei with black against Laporte, winning is quite out of question, I guess. I mean, he first needs to survive that game. Wow. And look at this. Sevian behind on the clock. Certainly not something that he had expected. Yeah, he took on g4. Now the big question, how do you play this position? Because you have this knight d5, of course, but then bishop h4 check.
Maybe you go Knight d5, bishop h4, bishop f2.
Yeah, but then queen c4 might be some kind of an issue somewhere. I don't know if...
Take on h4?
Yes, maybe I can't do it immediately because you have king f2, queen f6,
King g1, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I can maybe just take on f2 first.
Okay, queen takes.
Queen takes, and then get this tempo with queen c4, yeah?
Careful. Attenzione.
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 But
Really?
I'm also claiming attenzione for your king, no?
No, sure. I understand.
But Sevian played f5. This was my move. I even wanted to ask you that how crazy is f5, because bishop h4 check is not a threat. Yeah, we can live with that. This bishop on g4 might be isolated. We want rook g1 tempo. It's an attractive move.
Also, yeah. It is.
Yeah, very sharp stuff. So, okay, we have this very exciting battle. Let's get back to Tari. What kind of things have... Wow, I mean, things are definitely developing in Tari's way, because the knight on c5 is terrible in this construction, actually.
Interesting.
I mean, it does not support any b5 breaks. White got now everything. Yeah, he first moved the knight to b3 to unbalance the situation. Now that situation clarified, he's very happily retreated the knight to d4. And it's a lovely position.
Great position.
Yeah.
And Tari, are they allowed to look at the other games? By the way, Hans Niemann already lost.
Oh my God.
I mean, Hans just... I mean, look
at
my
God, yeah.
Spectacular.
No, this is an emotional period now for Hans. I mean, it has nothing to do with chess. This is not.
No.
Yeah, I think we wish him the best. Yeah, Hans, come back stronger. Yeah, just get all these negative emotions out, and you will be fine.
How did you deal with the negative emotions, Peter, of a tough loss or a...
Well, it's always very, very difficult because, yeah, it's how do you recover? Certainly, I mean, especially in these online events, yeah, when the games are played after each other, if you feel that you are not capable of showing your best, yeah, because you are completely, I mean, first of all, you were tired. That's why you had a bad start and you start blundering, you start missing things. You need to calm down. I mean, you need to calm down. A couple of days will pass. You will forget all these terrible emotions, and then slowly start working on chess. Slowly start to get start enjoying again what you are doing. Yeah, and then slowly you start to burn for a new tournament. But here, when you have to play all the games at one, I mean, you lose one game and you are fed up, you have to play another one and you feel like you need to win. Yeah, you don't play the normal game. You are so much focused on the result. Yeah, it's also his emotional King's Indians and so on. I mean, you remember yesterday he started against Medvedev playing this new modern Tarash, yeah, semi-Tarash modern stuff. And I was praising that that's the spirit, that's the way. I mean, Hans treats the guys with respect. Yeah, he's flexible enough to choose the right openings. And there he missed the win, and after that he just completely collapsed. Yeah, he is unrecognizable as ever since.
Yes, young player, emotional player, but that's why we like him. He's exciting, but if he can control those nerves and get that stability, he can be a very, very dangerous prospect. Already is a very dangerous prospect, but can be a super dangerous prospect. Five losses.
Actually, sorry to interrupt. There is a development. Levon Aronyan, Duda, two professional guys. They knew exactly draw is fine. They just find a way how to stabilize. It's a mentor for both sides draw. And okay, on the other boards we have lot of excitement. Where you want to go?
Well, I was going to mention very, very quickly. I mean, I know it's not relevant to the standings, but Wojciech is spanking Sam Shankland, it looks like, anyways.
Wow, rook e7. Yeah, I guess rook e7 is a move. Yeah.
Maybe you give check first, even. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, check and then rook e7. Total disaster.
Rook e7, knight g5. Oh, knight g5 straight away is also good. with knight f7 check coming. And
yeah, and bishop takes b2, rook
it's
e7.
a rook e7, yeah, intermezzo. Very nice, Peter.
Let's just show this.
Very nice.
Is it correct actually?
Queen
Because
takes e7, yeah, d, bishop a1.
we can take on e7. This might not even be so clean.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I mean, of course, we can even just take on b2 and check and then follow with rook e7. We are winning.
Queen f6, rook e7.
Exactly.
Queen f6, rook e7. Very nice.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's it, yeah.
Got some Rubinstein Rotlevi vibes.
Yeah. I mean, okay, with all these diagonals, this bishop diagonals, if open, it's a total massacre. I mean, I'm also in some way, very sorry for Sam, but I'm very happy for Radek that he at least finishes on high note, because I feel like the way Radek played, he deserved better result. Yeah, it was many times it came down to last seconds fight where he was not yet experienced enough. Otherwise, his quality of his play, I think, was quite good. And okay, for Sam, it was just never his event. Yeah, he was just completely out of it. He was fighting, he was trying everything, but this is this basically just highlights how painful this tournament has been for him. And okay, all eyes on Sevilla Mamedjalov. I feel that this is the incredible game, because actually Shakrian needs to win, otherwise he will be out. And now his bishop, what we talked about, that this bishop is isolated. How are you going to save this?
Well, it looks catastrophic, doesn't it? Well, what is this move that he's just played? D5? What is this move, D5? What am I looking at here?
Well, panic. Panic. I mean, trying to break something. I mean, trying to create some rest,
play D5.
But
What?
just rook G1.
It's just over, yeah?
Well, looks
actually
very
just
bad.
over. What do you do here? Bishop h5, knight takes d5.
Yeah, queen c4. I mean, this is the only way to create
What?
something.
Knight f6 check, I take the piece.
Yeah, and then hope for some miracle.
Queen
Does not
e4,
exist,
queen
yeah?
e2. I mean,
Miracle does not exist, yeah?
I don't think so. Queen e2, you take on f5. I can even take on g7. Yeah, queen h4, knight g2.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
just
it, yeah. I mean,
cemento.
it looks like a total disaster, yeah.
He is complete. So an absolute collapse by Shak Mamedyarov as well. I mean, really, this is very
on the board. I mean, it was clear. Yeah, queen c4 will be played, but it's a total loss. Yeah.
easy. Nothing to even sweat. Goodness me.
Yeah.
So that means
it all started with this terrible blunder. Yeah, in this first game today.
Yeah. By the way, so that means with Shaq out, Dominguez. Wait, Dominguez? No, sorry.
No, Dominguez is out. Dominguez is out.
Tari. That is the game. If Tari wins and Wei doesn't win, then there's going to be some sort of tiebreak.
Yeah, well, but actually, no. Wei needs to make a draw in order not to fall behind. No, I think.
But if Wei draws and Tari wins, they both have 20 points.
Exactly.
And then what happens?
Then who knows?
Okay, then it's just okay.
Okay, I guess Sotiris knows, but we will get the message. Yeah,
we need to get the. Let's look at Tari. Well, he. So also, I want to make clear to everybody watching that the players can watch the other games. They can't watch with the engine, and they watch inside a very protected environment. So Tari is playing beautifully because he's keeping the tension in this Marochi system where he's got a slightly better position space advantage, and he can watch Mamedyarov melt down, and he can also see that Wei, I mean, this position looks like a stone cold draw to me, equal material, so that's going to be a draw. So he now knows he has to win. He now knows the situation is, I have to win, no other result, but I've got a chance. And it's, that little bit of hope might inspire him. And he's got a good position. He's got a good Marochi. Does it annoy you, Peter, when the English say Maroxy? Does it hurt? Does it hurt your ears?
No, it doesn't. I mean, of course, yeah, Hungarian names are so difficult to pronounce, so it's understandable that it's not going the way how it should be. But the right one is Maroci. Yeah, Maroci.
Maroci. Maroci. Even I've been.
Yes.
Maroci. Okay, Maroci. Now I've learned, after 30 years of playing chess, how to pronounce it. Okay, here's another one. We always used to say pick, the pick defense. But it's not pick, right? Like there's an accent over the C. It's like pitch, no?
Pirts. Yeah, I mean.
Pirts. Yeah, Pirts.
I mean, okay, but again, you know, the Hungarian pronunciation is Pirts, but Pirts is not Hungarian, so actually it might be different. Yeah, might be Pirts. I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody let us know. Where is it from?
Slovenia.
Who knows? Yeah. Slovenia. Okay. Okay. So we're just waiting now for Tari. He's going to shuffle around Queen D2, but the knights can. So the knights can jump, but they can't jump with effect, or what? Knight D3 doesn't matter, is it? Or what?
Yeah, they basically do nothing. The only problem what I feel with Tari is that he's playing against Arjun, who is very, very fast. Yeah, and look at this. This is what irritates you, that it's a slow play. You are maneuvering, but you are 6 minutes behind on the clock. Yeah, and your clock is ticking down. Nothing is happening. And usually the way how you win this, that you are the one who are playing faster than your opponent. Yeah, and putting the pressure, teasing from right to left, and then suddenly when your opponent gets nervous, makes a mistake, you use that mistake, and that's it. But here it's exactly the opposite situation. Yeah, that black is ahead on the clock, so not easy at all. But what did Tari do? So King H1, Queen B7. Yeah, they are just waiting here. Bishop G5, Rook E8. Bishop E3, Rook BC8, Rook C2. Queen E7, Queen D2, yeah. So basically Bishop F6, yeah, stopping any kind of Bishop G5s. I was expecting this, but the big question is this a good move or a bad one? The engine bar doesn't like it.
Why?
Yeah, that's the big question. I mean, is there some way to make use of this D6 weakness? But I mean, going F4 and then Knight D7, Knight D2, putting pressure on D6 might allow some B5 counterplay. Yeah, just to show this, because this is very typical. So F4, Knight ED7. Now white goes Knight D2 E2, threatening Queen takes D6, and then suddenly black gets counterplay by going B6 B5.
Yeah, and the E4 pawn is loose. That's why it works.
Yeah, but maybe anyway we have some B4 ideas. Maybe was this the reason why computer said that this is interesting? Because actually, where is this knight going after B4?
Yeah, Knight B7, C5 or E5 there.
Yeah, wow. I mean, who knows? Yeah, you have to keep an eye, and you have to be very sharp. But of course, in a rapid play with 6 minutes on the clock, you want to keep the structure. And look at this, after Queen E2, Bishop G7, he opted for F4. So he had it on the radar. But now the bishop retreated already. Slightly different. Slightly different. Yeah, well, Radek has beaten Sam. So Sam's misery ends by the, actually, I think that maybe this is the right way to put it, because, okay, after losing all these games, I think finally when it's over, you are kind of relieved.
Yeah, totally understand.
Yeah.
Sam not really, just didn't get, he had a terrible first day, terrible second day, and he won a few games towards the end, which is something, but it was just never enough for Sam Shankland.
Yeah, so okay, here everything to play for, so we will come back to it. What is the tour? So Mamedyarov, what is he doing? Does he have a chance? Don't think so, but let's take a look. And he goes for queen trade. He wants to go rook h6 and then f6, winning back some material, but it still looks lost.
Does it?
I mean, it will be 2 pawns down rook endgame. It still should be lost, yeah? Rook g5, f6, knight f6, rook takes e5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still losing.
I mean, compared to what was before, it might be an achievement, but yeah, it does not seem to change. Yeah, h6. Yeah, that was the trick. That now white, if wants to keep the pawn, then has to go rook h5, which is slightly ugly, but okay, you can do it because you are controlling the situation on the board. So Rapport, what is Rapport doing?
Rapport is, I mean, Wei Yi is fighting and, you know, I mean, he's holding, but...
Yeah, there are two weak pawns, but black has some counterplay against the f2 pawn, yeah, with a timely knight e4, so it should be enough to keep the balance, I guess.
Precisely.
This should be enough. So, okay, if Wei Yi draws, it means that that Tari needs to win at all costs. And what about Jeffrey versus Ju and June?
Jeffrey versus
he has a bishop on e5, a lovely cemented bishop there.
Yeah, squeezing.
Yeah, in total control. I mean, dream scenario, up on the clock, everything under control, torturing the opponent. What else can you ask for?
Agreed.
Okay, then the Tari game is our big game, yeah?
Yeah, Tari, because... Okay, we have a moment. So knight f3. Okay, you can't take on c3 and take on e4, or what is
well,
this?
It's tricky because knight g3 fork is there as well, yeah? What is it?
Yeah, what is this?
So takes.
It's over, no?
What is the trick?
Maybe he wants to go bishop takes c5 after bishop takes c3.
Yeah, he has to. He has to, but...
I mean, that's just clear. Sorry, bishop c3?
Yes.
Bishop c5?
Yeah, bishop takes c5. Yeah, this is the move. Yeah.
Okay, but now... what's the best?
Yeah, and it can be unpleasant. You have to take. And if you take, then... I mean, how do you take? You can't
Queen
take with the pawn.
f6?
Then you get this bad pawn. Yeah, but how do you do this?
Knight c5, rook c3, queen f6.
Yeah, then e5 comes.
Ah!
Yes, so yeah, otherwise it's a kind of double attack, but white has e5.
Queen f4?
Queen f4, and okay, you want to insist with the... No, rook d4 first, yeah, maybe.
You got all these intermezzos on me.
Yeah,
what a shame.
I mean, okay, still, queen f5.
ED knight d7 or what?
ED knight e4. No, sorry. No, ED e5, I thought. Yeah, ED e5.
ED e5.
I mean, still to try with this queen e4, but... Okay, it's very suspicious. Yeah, he opted for b5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very understandable. Yeah, he wants to break out.
Still tricky for... Because cb5 now, knight e4 is the cute trick. We should put that on the board, Peter.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, cb5, knight e4, beautiful.
If rook c8, knight g3, Zwischenschach.
Yep.
So rook c2, that looks like a solid move. But Arjun's position must have improved. He's got in b5, he's exchanged some minor pieces as you want to do. Feels as though it's been an improvement for Arjun in this position. Mamedov has lost. Official.
Yeah, so 3 losses today. Basically, then his fate should be sealed.
Yeah,
that's
also,
it. He's out.
He doesn't actually really deserve to go through. Let's be honest as well.
Yes. Yes.
Mamedov is officially out. It is just Tari and Wei Yi. Those are the only two who can win. And Tari has to win. So even this is by no means a given.
Yeah, actually, if Tari only makes a draw, then Wei Yi can even lose and he still qualifies. Yeah,
exactly. And he will have qualified with 19 points, which feels like quite a low total, but perhaps it's not.
Yeah, I mean, before the day started, it looked like it's going to be low, but since Shakriya just had this complete meltdown, that's why everybody had suddenly a chance. And I think Lenny will be kicking himself, yeah, because then then I mean, not reaching 19 points for his standards, I mean, he should be very, very upset with himself.
Well, it was that losing against Aronian with White in the last round. If he wins that game, everything is...
Okay, but I mean, you can't really... I mean, if you have to win against Levon on demand, it doesn't mean that your chances are very high, yeah? And,
no, absolutely.
Of course, yeah. Levon just blocked Lanier basically to make this comeback.
All right, so rookie one on the board, defending and saying, Arjun, come at me, sir. 97.
Yeah, 97.
Okay. All makes perfect sense.
Yeah, knight is, I mean, somehow with this vulnerable e4 pawn, and already with black having played b5, it certainly feels that black should be fine. C takes b5 played, takes a b5. And with this time situation, I just don't really see it happen. Yeah, queen d3, now what, knight c5, then queen d4, yeah? Yeah, still keeping the tension. So knight c5 might not be a good idea. Maybe just knight f6 or knight f6, e5. Knight f6, e5, okay. I mean, what Tari is hoping for to cement some kind of a clear positional advantage, yeah, because then he will know exactly what to do, what he has to play for with 3.5 minutes on the clock. But if the position keeps on, you know, having this slight dynamic in the position and he always has to take care of this e4 pawn and a lot of tactics to be calculated, then time will be an issue.
Indeed.
But now actually it's still one very, very critical moment. Black needs to find a very good move in order to feel more or less safe, because still some questions.
Really? I thought black would already feel...
Okay, then make a move, Lawrence.
Okay, what if I just go knight c5?
Yeah, then queen d4. That's my trick.
What is the trick?
That's my trick.
I don't understand.
Well, that's
I will understand, I'm sure, but
yeah, well, I mean, now e5 is a big threat.
Okay, is it
suddenly the position is loose?
Loosey goosey, huh? Loosey goosey. Yeah, maybe you're right.
And I have to tell you that I'm feeling a bit even sorry for you, because if you would have picked white and you would have told me, Peter, make a move with black, I did not know what to do, because knight c5, queen d4 disturbed me, knight f6, e5 slightly disturbed me as well. But somehow my gut feeling was saying that knight f6 is probably right, but it requires a lot of calculation. Arjun went for queen b6 and engine bars hate it. I mean, they don't like it. b4, okay, taking away knight c5, but opening up the c4 square. Now the pawn on a2 is vulnerable. I'm not sure about this. Now, for example, knight f6 is possible.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of b4 somehow. I mean,
yeah. Also, rook c8 is maybe possible. I don't know. It just feels that black has now counterplay.
Yes. Rook c8, rook c4. Knight f6, as you said, I like.
Yeah, now it's now I think this position is already humanly one feels the harmony in black's pieces. It's fine. One move before it was more concerning. And what about Laporte against Vei? I understand it's very solid, but I feel like Laporte is slightly improving. I mean, putting pressure on Vei, because sometimes, you know, this small little move g3, king g2 are the most unpleasant to deal with. Yeah, white is seemingly doing nothing but slowly improves the position. Yeah, king f8 played. A bit tough, but I mean, okay, Vei probably also keeps an eye on, but I mean, how do you keep an eye on the other board? It's rapid chess, you have not so much time left. You have to focus on your own game, otherwise you end up losing your own, and then it doesn't help. Knight f6. So I guess it's important to know the result of the opponents, but if the games are on, then you just should forget about what's happening on the board.
Yeah.
Knight f6. This is exactly now I don't worry about e5 anymore. And yeah, queen c3 e5. Maybe black will even start to take over. I don't know. It's black has stabilized. This knight on f6 is lovely. e4 pawn is weak.
Arjun is just so good. He's just so good. Incredibly strong. What do you think of his chances to be a top 10 player, Peter?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen him enough in classical chess, yeah. So it's very hard to judge for me at the moment. But what I see in the rapid play and blitz play and so on, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, he's already clear world class in that. Maybe the Olympiad, yeah. Maybe the Olympiad will shed some light, yeah, because this Indian kids, yeah, with I even don't know which team is stronger, the first team or second team. There is a total mix of, you know, they try to mix, so it's not only like young team and old team, but who knows? Both teams seem incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
I mean, generally in India, it's so difficult at the moment to name who are the best players, because I just feel like they have bunch of guys who can claim to be one of the best at the moment. Yeah, FED. I mean, now queen d2. If you ask me, okay, black is already slightly better, and with this block situation, very unpleasant for white to defend. Pawn on a2 is weak. Look at the construction. I mean, black has all pawns under control. White has one weakness, two weakness, three weakness. King on h1 is weak. It's just so nice to be black here.
Totally agree. So queen d2.
Queen d2, yeah.
What do you do now
Queen
as black?
g5, maybe.
Queen g5. So do you tidy up? King g7, not worry about a thing?
Exactly, yeah. King g7 is...
And if queen g5, then you just say, okay, it's not really a threat, right?
Yeah, then maybe just queen e6, like super stability. But okay, maybe white is so because you put pressure on the e5 pawn and then you just play a3 and then you just sit and wait. And maybe it's not not possible for white to, I mean, for black to make progress. All right, and then let's use the momentum to check out at the Rapport game. So Rapport traded queens, yeah, and now there is no counterplay. The weakness on b7 is kind of more or less safe at the moment, but long terms, who knows? Pawn on d6 ties the king down, and white has ideas like going some f3, g4, creating a weakness on h5, or if black takes hg, then fg, then white will get a passer, which will be very dangerous.
Yeah, this is a bit unpleasant suddenly for black.
This is very unpleasant. I mean, the danger is that it might simply be lost. Yeah, if something goes wrong, it will be lost. It won't stay worse. Yeah, that's the danger.
Yeah.
So is he planning to meet f3 with g5? I think that's the explanation behind f6. So after f3, he wants to be the first to go g5, but then still g4. No, g4 doesn't work.
I have a very bad memory of Le Quang Liem playing this concept when after g5 you go g4 and you create the outside pass pawn by force, and in Gibraltar that happened to me. I'll never forget it. Never again.
Those things are crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, and what happened? Yeah, Arjun went queen c6, queen e2, king g7, a3 on the board. So black is slightly better, and it's unpleasant to play with white. Queen c3.
So you're threatening a3. So if you take.
Yeah, basically offering this trade. Yeah, that please take on b5, I'm gonna take on a3 and claim that, but white has to take. Yeah, white has to go for it.
Can you take on e5?
Yeah, but it's
It's so
kind
loose.
of very risky. Yeah, Queen C3, Knight FC, Knight takes
Knight
C4.
takes
I mean,
C4, it's horrible,
you are definitely not gaining anything, but things are getting more dangerous. No, Queen C4, correct? Nice move.
Okay. Now what to do with
Yeah,
black?
and okay, so this game is about to heat up. Let's take a last chance on the Richie game. Look at this. So after f6, Richie went knight d2, black played g5, the very, very natural move, and all of a sudden, engines claim that this is a big mistake. I mean, okay, if g5 is a mistake, in a practical game, you have to play g5 anyway. It's because you create your chances, yeah? And if the knight goes, then you still have knight b3 targeting the a5 pawn. So why is this a mistake? Why is this a mistake?
No idea.
Get it. I don't get it, honestly.
Me neither.
I
Looks
don't
fine.
get it. Why is this a mistake?
Looks fine to me.
Wow, okay. Sotiris tells us that, yeah, according to computer, now you retreat back the knight to c4. Oh my God, I mean, how can you play like that? You just played knight d2 because you wanted the knight closer to action. I mean, this is the logical follow-up. Yeah, knight e4 and takes. Now I'm expecting knight b3 and then knight g3 take and torture. Yeah, this is the logical way. Yeah, knight b3. I mean, black should hold this. I mean, it's unpleasant, of course, with this construction. Yeah, white will play knight g3, knight takes a5, knight takes h5, but the knight is very far from reaching back to f5.
Yeah.
And then, okay, black should hold this. Yeah. King d3. Okay.
What is this move?
Well, so the idea, knight takes a5, king c3, but okay, even b5 and then knight c4 jump and get the knight back.
Yeah.
Should be fine. All right, but much more important for Vei is that there is no way that Tari will win and it's a draw. Yeah, Tari Arjun.
Tari already drew.
Yes, that's it. So then Vei is safe.
That's it.
I mean, can you imagine if Vei had followed that? He's so relieved. Yeah, he's so relieved. Much more important than winning his game that he's now safe.
That's it. We know our top 8. So, Sevian, Arjun, Jan Krzysztof Duda, Rapport, Giri, Zhong, Aronian, and Wei Yi. And that will mean that Tari, Mamijarov, Wojtaszek, Dominguez, Ju, Neiman, Shankland, and Rajabov will all be watching from afar. And of course, the knockout stage starts tomorrow. No rest for the wicked. And we will have all the action, of course. And the games are Peter, what are the game? How is the format again for the?
Well, I mean, number 1 plays with number 8, yeah.
Number 1 plays number 8. Okay.
Yes.
Number 1 plays number 8.
So actually, who is winning the event now that Sevian has won?
Yes. So actually, it's Sevian. Sevian wins the event.
Wow, but it means that he will be up against Vei, yeah? It's going to be a hell of a match.
So it's 1-8, 2 versus 7 like
yes,
this.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to get Erigasi against Aronian. Oof.
Wow.
Tough day for Aronian, I feel. Duda, Zhong, and Rapport, Giri. Hello.
Wow, why? Do you think that Giri will be ahead of Zhong?
No, sorry.
No.
Yeah, Giri is ahead of Zhong.
Wow, really, yeah?
No, wait, if Zhong draws, they have the same points.
Yes, and it's going to be a draw. Actually, it's about
so it's unclear.
Yeah, so we have to wait, but okay, we already know a couple of pairings. Yeah, some stellar pairing. Hey guys, Adonyan. Okay, that's
for me, Rat. That's game of the round for me.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah.
Because I know Levon has got enormous respect for Eric Agassi. So I think, and stylistically, it's going to be very interesting matchup.
Yeah, and also Levon really likes to put his opponent under a lot of pressure with the clock. Yeah, and Eric Agassi himself plays very fast. Yeah, so this also evens up the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Levon likes to take risk, yeah, which probably against Eric Agassi isn't the best idea, because he had been so impressive with his calculation and with his speed. So yeah, it's a very, very tough double-edged match. And very enjoying the last minutes of his game, if he knows that he already qualified anyway. Then even if he ends up losing this unpleasant endgame, he might forgive himself. And he's losing it. Knight G3, beautiful trick. Look at this.
God.
The pawn endgame is won, and Knight F2, Knight F5 looks awful.
Oh, wow. What a trick. What a trick, Knight G3. Well.
But okay, still, how does it work out? King F6, Knight D6, King E5, King C6. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah, that's the key, and it's winning.
Wow.
Yeah, and okay, King D7 now with this incredible passer and this construction, there is no way it's not winning. Wow, and if Wei loses this, then I think Tari will be very, very upset not having used more of his chances.
Yeah. Just H6, Knight F6. And now some knight, where do we put the knight? Knight E3, there we go.
Knight E3 back, yeah, then
if King E7, King C6, and if King
so you
C7,
have to King
Knight
C7,
G4.
Knight G4, Knight H7,
Knight H7.
And then King A6, and then it's Zugzwang.
Ah, that's it.
Yes. So this is how it unfolds. And if Knight F8, then Knight F6 wins the game.
Beautiful domination.
Wow, Ricci really got going at the end.
He did, yeah. He really did. Richard Rapport, aka Kurt Cobain. He looks like Kurt Cobain. I don't know. Does he? I think he does.
Could easily be, but I immediately recalled his interview from yesterday as well. It's also stunning and fantastic. So check it out. Basically, he was saying that for him it doesn't matter what's happening, because he's already sick of chess. He played so much chess lately that if he does not make it, then he's also happy. If he makes it, he's very happy. So he was in a win-win situation.
Makes sense. He has played a lot of chess.
Yes,
recently.
Candidates, Bundesliga, and then this. I mean, incredible performance actually after all this marathon to play like this event. Yeah, Knight G5 now, Knight F6, and where he will try to block it on H8.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, but hopelessly lost anyway. Yeah.
So now just King B5, King B7, Knight E8 is good enough. Knight F7 and Knight.
Yeah, well, you can just bring the knight back. I mean, Knight E4, Knight G5, the same maneuver as before. Yeah, black is in terrible Zugzwang.
Yeah.
Yeah, very I also feel like it was a model game. I mean, people might have thought like, okay, it's gonna be a draw, nothing is happening, but the way how Ricci brought the queen back to E3, stopping any counterplay with Knight E4, then got this G3, King G2 in, forced the trade of queens. Incredible, stellar technique.
Really, really impressive. So, in the knockout stage, Peter, who do you like? I mean, you've got 8 great players, of course, but is there anybody you really feel is in danger or big underdog, big favorite?
No, to be honest, not. I just feel like a completely new tournament will start. Yeah, so basically one has to forget who finished how in the preliminaries. It just doesn't mean anything to the knockout stages, and nobody is safe. In all the matches, anything can happen. I mean, for example, Sevian Veyi, yeah, Sevian played a brilliant event, but I absolutely don't feel like he's a favorite against Veyi. Anything can happen there. It's just a total 50-50 match. And probably if we go, okay, we have to wait for the final pairings, then we can still discuss it. But I do feel that with all the matches, it's more or less the same.
After king f6, can you play king take d6? Probably. Totally unnecessary, but knight e4.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay, just total finish, yeah.
Wonder why Wei is playing on here.
Okay, why not? I mean, after all, White still has to win, but of course, it's no doubt that Richie will bring this home. I mean, for example, knight e4 and simply knight takes d6 looks also.
Knight e4, king f7.
Yeah, king f7. Yeah, this is what.
But then you can go king takes.
d6.
Yeah,
king
d6. Yeah. King g5, king g7, knight g5. And yeah. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about. It's finito.
Yeah, but now we understand how important for the players it is to have the chance of knowing the result. Yeah, because otherwise now he would go crazy, and like this he can just take it philosophical. Yeah, it's a completely different situation. Knight e6 played, knight h8 back, and then Richie will play knight f4. If you already went knight e6, I'm expecting knight f4 now. And then king f7, king d6, king g7, king e7, and then the knight on h8 is trapped. Okay, Richie was knight d8. Okay, very similar idea. The knight will be trapped.
That's very cute. Very, very nice.
It's such a pleasure playing such position from the white side, yeah, when you know that you just can't spoil it, and yeah, everything is winning.
You can spoil it. Knight c6 check, king f7, king takes d6, king g7, knight e5 double question mark, knight f4.
Yes, but somehow I have faith.
You can spoil it. I have spoiled it, believe me.
But I mean, yeah, go knight f4, Richie, just knight f4 and it's game over. Yeah, that's it. Knight f4 designs. No fancy business with knight d8. Let's just do the job. Knight f4. King f6. So now king takes d6, king g7, king e7. Yeah, and thank you very much.
King h7, d6,
yeah.
king g7, d7.
Yeah, d7 and then knight f7 and okay, then it's finished. Yeah. You can then finally finish it with a knight g5 touch, yeah, for example. So that just, yeah, okay, everything will be winning, but just to highlight what I was saying, that check, king g6, and then knight g5, and finito.
Knight e5 in that final position.
Wow. Okay, yes, that's why. Don't do the fancy stuff. Just do it. Yeah, no need for any stupidity. Bravo. Bravo. Yeah, king d7. He opted for knight f7 check. Yeah, he wanted to jump on. I mean, because yeah, with king on e7, it's a complete finito.
Now he can't even win the pawn. Now, yeah, knight e5, king e8. King g7, d6, king takes g7, knight. Wait. King e8, king g7.
Okay, then d6 and then knight d3. Yeah?
Knight c6.
Okay, but then D7 already.
D7 is just over, yeah. And knight E5 or knight B4. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't blunder anything. Don't play for the gallery, yeah, as it seems.
Don't play for the gallery. Richie Rapport on fire. Brilliant tournament. I mean, he really came. He had a very bad first day. Okay, second day. And then days 3 and 4, he powered through.
Yeah.
Just picked up win after win after win after win. Knight G4, Wei Yi. Last chance, Saloon.
No, he resigned. Yeah, enough is enough.
There you have it. The results. Rapport win. Wojtaszek win. Rajabov default, of course. Sevian. Mamedyarov. What a collapse. Goodness me. And Anish Giri. Talking of collapses, Hans Niemann had lost it way before this game. And that means we do have our top 8. And we have also who they're going to play against each other, it seems. Sevian Wei Yi, Zhong Rapport, Duda Giri, and Aronian Eric Acey.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
fantastic stuff.
Really, really fantastic stuff.
I really even feel that these 8 players deserve the most to qualify. They were like the most stable. I mean, for example, where he had lost it at some point, but the overall picture, I think, was that he really deserved to qualify.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think they all deserve their place. Mamedyarov was just way too loose. Wojtaszek never. Dominguez didn't get going. Ju Wenjun. I'm going to put in an argument for Ju Wenjun. She had a day where she got 0 out of 4. 2 of those games were through technical fault, either a disconnect or a bad internet connection, and she never recovered. That's 0 points that day. Ju Wenjun finished on 16 points. That's only 3 points away from Wei Yi. She picked up just 1 win that day and she was beating people. If she picked up 1 win, she could have been in it. So I feel sorry for Ju Wenjun. Hans Niemann got off to a pretty decent start, but his collapse was brutal. He lost 5 games in a row in the end, Peter. He lost 5 in a row. Sam Shankland never in it either. That's it from us.
Basically, I also feel that Lenny started too late. Yeah, he was just had a very bad first 2 days, and because if he would have started winning earlier, I think he would have made it. Yeah, I mean, he has the class to make it, but he just made life so difficult for himself, and then putting everything on beating Levon on demand, it's just too much. Yeah, finally he cracked under the pressure, and Levon brutally also with this Rook FC, Rook sacrifice. We have seen that the computer was saying that it's apparently a mistake, but practically it was the winning move. Yeah, it was a knockout punch when your opponent has few seconds on the clock.
All right, that's all from us for today. Hope you've enjoyed the action. Tomorrow the knockout stages begin. Should be equally as exciting. Before we go, don't forget to take advantage of the 40% discount for your premium membership. Use the code Road to Miami. 1 year premium gets you another extra month. Go for that 1 year premium. Also remember to get yourselves an account with FTX. The sponsors of this tournament and the following tournament, which is a huge tournament in Miami. That's what they're playing for. The top 2 of these 8 players will be flying out to the scene of Scarface. Peter, you've seen Scarface, I'm assuming.
Definitely, yes. Many times. Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend. Who is going to be saying hello to their little friends out in Miami? We'll be seeing over the next 4 days. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Adios. Until tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
The Grunfeld is a very good opening for those of you who are striving to get a double edge.
In this video we're going to look at the latest developments in the 6 bishop g5 knight off.
I'm gonna start with sort of my first official Stonewall game.
The idea is not to fight against any opponent move, prevent everything, defend and so on. No, it's just to move.
B3, A5. What do you think about this opening? Honestly, what do you think?
You don't have to play knight c3. We can actually put a piece on d2, which is better because then we avoid the potential doubling of our c pawns.
What you have to understand about practical endgames as a whole is that just like in the middle game or the opening, you cannot rely solely on these general considerations.
This is John. John loves to study chess. This is David. David loves to study chess as well, but efficiently. John spends more time setting up the board and figuring out what's on the page of his book than he gets to study. David likes to take it easy and use his time wisely. David has finished his exercise for today. John should try the same.
Seriously? Checkmate! Aim Chess is an intelligent system that analyzes your game, prevents mistakes, and develops recommendations for improving your skill. Phew!
Okay, so let's send a challenge.
Here is challenging me. Nice graphics, easy to see. What are you thinking about? You're looking how it can be the most painful?
Exactly. Okay, fine.
That I give up a phone. He wants to be even rude.
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Air Things.